Welcome! It's Friday night, and that means it is time for SLIDESTYLE Round 8, right here in St. Petersburg. We are bringing to you the best virtual drifting drivers that the world has to offer, and we are going to be throwing it down. These guys are going to be getting their qualifying runs in here in just a moment and coming at you. And then we're going to turn it right around and start our bracket main event, and we're going to find out who is going to be the winner, who is going to lock themselves in to the World Finals in October, who's going to score some championship points, and who's going to get a little bit of a prize here for winning an event. So before we get to it, we're going to let you guys know what everything is all about here. So starting out with qualifying, single car runs make up our qualifying event. After the driver runs, you guys are going to see a replay right there on your stream. Or on your screen, I guess. Not on your stream. I've got the stream. You've got the screen. You're going to give a 1 through 5 star rating. Let us know what you think about the drivers. We're going to average it all up, and you're going to find out who the top 11 drivers are that are locked in to the bracket later on this evening. But then, drivers that are ranked 12 through 16 in qualifying are going to run again for a last chance qualifier spot. And they're going to run back to back. You're going to see their run. You're going to see a replay. And then the next driver is, boom, jumping in the gas pedal. They're going to make the next run. And you guys are going to vote between those 5 drivers. Who do you think is most deserving to be in the final position, position number 12, and round out the bracket for the evening? Of course, for qualifying, we are going to be focusing on speed and angle as always with the drift event. But most importantly, for a slide style event, we're looking at the flow throughout the course, how the driver manages their transitions back and forth, how close they are to the edge of the course at any given time, and the aggression, just the overall, just how mean are they attacking the track as they go after it. So you may be wondering, what makes a slide style car so special? What are these drifting machines made up about? Well, we are looking at our boy Wayne's car right here, and we are going to give you a look at the car specs. As you can see, his Yaris machine here is all ready to go. So these engines run the stock engine block that come with the machine. No crazy engine swaps or anything like that, but you can tune it up as much as you want to. As long as it stays under 1,000 horsepower, you can put all kinds of aftermarket parts in that engine. You just can't switch out the engine to a different block. Cars must be rear-wheel drive, not doing any crazy all-wheel drive hoonigan business, any of that gymkhana stuff. Nope, we're staying rear-wheel drive here. Wheels have to be 17 to 20 inches in diameter. For this event, we have made a slight change, and we have brought the wheels width down from 290 to 280 millimeters, trying to make the speed between all of these vehicles more even, so the focus is more on car control rather than it being a drag race. So the one kicker with a slide style rule set is all 4 wheels on the car have to be the same size. If we were in a real life situation and I had a tech shed, the first thing I would do is have them rotate the tires on the car and send them back out. If the driver gets a little irritated about that, he's probably breaking the rules. But all 4 wheels have to be the same all the way around. However, the tires, the 110 adhesion tires that are on these bad boys, you can't have different tire pressure front and rear. Of course, we're not going to mandate the tire pressure except for the fact that it has to be over 100 kilopascals, which rounds out to, I think, about 10 psi, which is pretty low. But in the game, it's measured in metric units. That is 100 kilopascals is going to be our minimum air pressure there. And the only other thing is, man, the cars have to have a front bumper because of the collision model in the game. If you take the front bumper off the car visually, the car will still have that collision box where the front bumper was. So in order for us to judge properly any incidental contact that may happen during the tandems later on this evening, we need to have that front bumper on the car so we can really see where and when contact is made, if it's made. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that, but we will see how it goes. So, all that being said, we're going to pull up our lineup here on the left side of your screen. We are going to pull up our lineup here on the left side of your screen. And as you can see, we are looking at Wayne's Toyota Yaris machine here, and we're gonna take a quick look over each car before we send these guys out, because these guys do work very hard on these livery designs and making these cars look as awesome as possible before they bring them out. So we're gonna give you a good look at this black and white machine here before we send him out on the course. But he has done a great job working with this car here, and you can see in the background there, the garage area, all of these awesome race cars that are lined up. These guys are ready to rock and roll. So those of you at home, those of you watching, people are watching Slide Style around the world, baby. I love to see it. Let's go in that chat over there, because that's where your votes are going to be, and we need you to vote. None of this happens if you don't get a vote in, so we need you to vote this evening. But jump in that chat, throw some emotes in there, throw some hype in there. How are y'all feeling about Slide Style tonight? Are we ready to rock this thing? It might be a good idea for me to add a crowd roaring sound effect right there. It's kind of awkward for me to be like, ah, and then silence. But we will, maybe we'll work on that in the future. We'll see what's up. But before we get to anything like that, we got some drifting to do tonight, and our boy Wayne is right here, ready to rip it, ready to throw down. Well, hopefully all of our systems and everything cooperates with us, and we don't have any technical issues this evening, and we're gonna throw it down. So Race Control is going to let Wayne know when he is good with the green light, and we are going to set things off tonight. You see him roll forward, he launches off. And you can see how quickly that car initiates into a drift here. And now you can see this course, if this is your first time seeing Slide Style's Round 8 course for this month. Those tram tracks that come across, they're not just a texture on the road. They actually, you bounce your car across them as you go through that quick transition segment, but you can see all the angle and speed Wayne is carrying here. So we go get the vote in the chat, and we go look at the replay here. So let us know what you think about Wayne's run. But man, what speed that car has. But you can see all the way around this roundabout there, holding on the outside, carrying about 45, 50 miles an hour around the outside of that roundabout. And I tell you what, can you imagine holding on sideways, sliding around a curb like that at highway speeds? Man, these cars are unbelievable. And these guys' driving talent is unbelievable. And you can see as the car bounces across those tram tracks there, like I said, you can definitely see how the car is affected. As we watch from our drone cam, here's Wayne absolutely ripping it in that Yaris, but you can see his score so far over there on the left side of the screen. It's a new feature we've added this month. You can see the score gets averaged up live as we move throughout the event. We got about 45 seconds left in that vote. If you're still trying to figure out what you want to do, throw your vote in the chat. Let us know what you think. But Wayne sets us off to a great start and does a great job showing everyone the line for the day. Another fun feature of this new system is that leaderboard you see down at the bottom of the screen. Of course, right now, only containing Wayne's machine. But you will see everyone down there as these guys move through their qualifying runs. Well, it looks like that is going to do it for the vote. Let's see what it comes out to. 4.1 is where it lands. So that is going to be it for Wayne's run as we move back over here, and we are looking at Theory's ride. We come back here. And this is, I've been looking forward to showing off this car all week long, or all month long, honestly, going through the practices, some of the screenshots he's posted. I mean, Theory always comes out with a beautiful drifting machine, but right here, y'all already know I'm partial to a GT86 here. I may or may not have one sitting in my driveway right now. Obviously, it don't look nothing like this, but I'm already partial to him, and I'm partial to Theory's designs, man. His cars always look like serious mean racing machines. But this blue, silver, and black design here, I am a huge, huge fan of it. But let's see what he's got for us here on the course as he gets ready to rip his qualifying run here. We'll see if he can top out Wayne 4.1. You'll see he's able to make it quickly across those tram tracks. You can see he makes sure he hits them straight, so there's no chance of the car being upset. You can see the amount of angle he gets headed into the roundabout here. Now let's see how he carries it around the outside, so close to that curb. Look at that outside wheel, getting some rubber on the curb maybe. What a great run from Theory there. As the vote makes its way into the chat and onto your screen. But yeah, he definitely hit those tram tracks straight. But you can see the speed and angle that my man carries all the way around this course, and he definitely makes sure to get that car right on the outside edge, right up as close to that curb as he can. So let's check it out here one more time. You can see he kicks over and gets his initialization into that first drift right by that light pole, makes his way to the inside curb, all the way to the outside, touches the outside curb, traces the white line there on the way into the roundabout, and then you can see brings the car all the way around, and look at how the rear tires are right on the curb all the way around. We've always called Theory Mr. Consistency, and he is absolutely showing that this evening. Got about a minute left on the vote. Let us know what you think about his run. What do you score it as? A 1 to 5 star rating. But your votes are important, and make your vote count. We couldn't do this without you guys at home, keeping these events moving along and letting us know what you think about your favorite drivers. We are so excited to have everyone along here for the first season of SLIDESTYLE. It's been quite the journey, and next year is going to be a great time. We're going to push things a whole lot more, hopefully work on some maybe some sponsorship opportunities and work with some different drifting and CarX streaming personalities, so hopefully some collaborative efforts there, and bring some more drivers into the realm of SLIDESTYLE here, and hopefully all of that ends with larger prizes for these drivers putting in all the hard work and effort. But you can see Theory's score comes out to a 3.8, good enough to drop him in second position, not enough to clear Wayne. So we will take a look now and see if Damien, another Yaris over here, popular car for this course. See this green and gray, beautiful machine here. See if he is able to take Wayne out from the top spot. So we are ready to watch him launch off here. Winds it up, drops the clutch. Away he goes. You can see how quick these cars launch forward. He also makes sure to hit that tram track straight. I think that's the strategy we're going to see employed from a lot of these drivers this evening. Take our drone high up in the sky to see how he makes his way around this roundabout. All the way to that outside curb, just like Theory. Snaps the transition back over. As he finishes out the run. Great stuff there from Damien, great stuff. Definitely let him know what you think about that run on a 5-star scale, 1 to 5 stars. Where do you drop it? We'll average everyone's votes up, but Damien he's definitely bringing it, man. All of these guys have been working so hard practicing this line over the last couple weeks. If you're interested in finding out more about slide style events, and you can watch all of our practices every single Friday night, we are live on the Alex on Your Screen Twitch channel. You can do !slide style in the chat. That will give you all the information about our slide style events and how you can join in and participate with these drivers as well. All inclusive. We welcome everyone to come drive with these guys, but you can see the practice and effort that these guys have put in, how consistent their driving is, how much speed they're able to carry. They put so much work into tuning these cars as well. It is not as easy as it seems to do what these guys do. But the minute suspension changes, shocks, gearing, all of the little teeny tiny things that go into these guys making these cars as drivable to their style as they can. And not only do we have a showcase of individual driving talent here with qualifying, but when these guys get side by side to Tandem, you really see what they brought to the table as far as handling goes, and it's always a show from all of these guys. The vote is coming to a close here. If you haven't yet, give us an idea of what you think about Damien's run. Throw it in the chat. Throw that vote in there. And it's coming down to it here, so let's see where Damien lands. As Potate is on the start line, he is getting ready to go, so it looks like a 3.4 slots him in right behind Theory. It's going to be tied competition this evening, that is for sure. We come back around and take a look at Potate's machine here. This is an old favorite of mine. He's run this car before. You can see old Canada A right there on the side, number 92. I love how he's got the maple leaf there on the side. Got the snowy trees. But this is the Canadian ride right here. We love Potate's machine, and we always love him coming out to drift with us. Always a fun time. It's a beautiful ride, beautiful car. And let's see him do a beautiful run. I'm sure it's on the way here. Let's see what he throws down for us. As you can hear the power in that R32, and he kicks it out strong early. He crosses the tram tracks a little sideways there. Look at how much angle. That's the most angle we've seen out of anybody on a run so far. Got this car kicked slam all the way out, up on the curb a little bit even. Look at the speed. Oh, Potate didn't come to play today, that is for sure. Oh, contact with the wall though. Hopefully that does not affect him for his tandem runs later on, but a perfect run there with a little bit of contact into the wall. He got a little aggressive there. Unfortunate, but we'll check the vote in here and see what we think. And let's watch that replay one more time. See what it was that caused him to get into the wall there. Did he just carry too much speed? Not sure what it was. But man, was it a great run leading up to that point. More angle than we had seen from anybody so far. Let's take a look here. So we'll go slow motion as he comes out. Yeah, I think he just carried just slightly too much speed there. That's all it was. Minor mistake. But a great run there. Let him know in the vote what you think. Man, I'm just watching. That was such an awesome job from, I can't wait to see. Hopefully he is able to make the top 12. And if anybody is deserving of the last chance qualifier spot to get another run at it, it's going to be Potate 100%. Because he absolutely threw it down on the beginning part of that run. But he did make contact with the wall. Now, of course, as far as other drifting events go, slide style, we do not just DQ drivers for contact penalties or anything like that. Of course, with the voting system, we really let the fans decide when it comes to qualifying what they think about the driver's run. And if they see potential in it for the event, then of course for tandems, we bake those penalties in as a voting percentage, depending on the round. 2.8 is what Pote comes out with there. But hopefully we will get a chance to, if he does not make the top 12, we'll get a chance to see him in that last chance. As we move on to our next driver here. It is our man Pirate, and Pirate, leader of the Major Rusty Boys. If you want to give them a shout, check them out on YouTube, and you see this awesome machine here, and you see why they're called the Rusty Boys. We'll take a look at the back window here because I know that's where it's at. Head over to YouTube, give them a subscribe right there, but you can see up on the window, he is always repping us, our stream, SLIDESTYLE. He loves everything we are all about, and he is a huge, huge supporter of what we do. And we are so excited to always have him in our events and be a part of everything we've got going on. Big, big fans of Pirate. And this car is hooked up, man. He has got this S13 ready to rock and roll. So we are going to see what he brings with it as he gets ready to kick off on his run here. Race control is giving him the go ahead. You hear him wind it up. All that JDM power. Whoa, boy, he has come with the speed. He's going to get through this course in record time. Got all the horsepower in that machine right there. Look at this thing. Boy, you know he's just got a big old smile on his face out there making a run like that. He's having fun with it. Pirate going after it. We're going to take another look at that. Boy, what a run that was. He just absolutely just full speed ahead, man. Like a rocket ship out there. Getting a little bit of angle out of that machine. But I don't think we have seen a driver yet come with speed like that. I think he's prepping to see if he can get his way into the bracket here because he knows he's going to have to keep up with the speed demons that are Wayne, Malte, Theory, Damien, Pote. These guys come with rocket ships every single month. So he's like, I'm not worried about anything but keeping up with those guys, man. Look at, I mean, he come off the line like a drag car here. But let us know about your what you think in the vote, what you think about this run. I tell you what, it's an A+ for me on just speed. What a rocket, man. The Rusty rocket right there. But like I said, one more time, man, the Major Rusty Boys over there on YouTube, he's a major, major supporter of everything we do here on our channel and everything related to SLIDESTYLE. That is what he is all about. So go show him some love there. Definitely give a subscribe. He's always making cool stuff. As the vote comes to a close here on Pirate's Run, we'll see where he lands. But it looks like he is going to be holding a solid 5th place position for right now. Coming out with the 2.6 there. Awesome stuff. Look, that was a fun run right there if I have ever seen it. But we're going to head on back over. And look at Malte's machine here. See, he has brought out the Mustang, brought it out to play, ready to rock and roll here. But I love this blue and yellow design on this machine here. Malte, of course, a multiple-time SLIDESTYLE winner alongside Wayne. Wayne is a 3-time winner. You can see their names over on the side of the screen are in gold to show their winning status. Theory and Damien each have 1 win to their name. This is an awesome ride right here. The white wheels, man. The white wheels are what make this thing pop. Love this car. All right, well, let's see what he's got as he gets ready to throw it down. As he launches off for his run here, race control gives the green light. You can see that thing sit back down on them rear tires. And you want to talk about angle, the angle that Pote brought earlier, Malte is bringing it right here. Look at that, almost completely perpendicular to the sidewalk as he makes his way around, and that horsepower in that Mustang, man, you can hear it. And look at him tracing the, ooh boy, look at them tire tracks, absolutely tracing the concrete curb there. Look at this car, man. Malte, he brought the show today, boys. Let's see what he's got here as we get the vote going. Boy, did he bring it, man. And the votes are already flooding in. People seem to enjoy that run. But take a look at the replay. Let us know what you think. Man, I'm just sitting here watching this run over and over. What a show from Malte. He is not playing games today. That is absolutely for sure. But you can see, I mean, the control that he brings. He's got all that horsepower, and this car is a little bit heavier than a lot of the other machines you've seen so far this evening. But I tell you, man, right on edge all the way around. The control is there 100%. And you can see the power that this thing has got in it, how it squats down when he hits the throttle and takes off. But you can see, look at the angle in comparison like to the light pole there on the side, man. Absolutely throwing it down here. You got about 30 seconds left. Get your vote in. Let him know what you think. Is he going to be able to take Wayne out of the top spot? It sure is looking like it's going to be mighty, mighty close there, but we're going to have to find out. But get your votes in. How close is it going to be here? Coming down to the wire. Ooh! Drops him into second, missed out by just 0.1 on the vote. So close there, but a great showing from Malte. So we will see. Up next, we've got a fun little ride here for our boy DK Greer. Of course, a member of the Screen team, a great friend of the channel here. But you may notice something a little familiar about the side of this machine. Little My Little Pony action going on here. But don't worry, as funny and pretty as this little car may be, this thing is absolutely no joke when it comes to drifting, and neither is DK's driving. That's why he's got the windows blacked out, man. My dude is all business in there. It's funny on the outside, but serious on the inside. DK is ready to let this thing rip. And we will see. It's My Little Pony on the outside. We'll see the horses under the hood as he gets ready to launch off here. Whoa, burns him down on the way out the gate. Oh, he is bringing the speed all the way. Got quite a lot of angle to go with that speed, though. As he makes his way in, and he's going to go around the outside of the roundabout all the way, right on the curb, all the way around. Oh, what a run there from DK. My man is coming with some fire. That thing is super quick. As the vote is headed at you right now, where do you rate this run on a 5-star scale? My man ripped it that time. That is for certain. Man, I'm telling you, I wasn't lying to y'all about how quick this car was going to be. He comes out the gate. And he actually transitioned over. He didn't make sure he was straightened out on the tram tracks there. He just kicked the car over and said, I'm going to hold on to this thing, and did a great job of it. I have seen a bunch of guys, when they kick the car over across those tracks, it'll catch, and they will spin it around, or it'll just straighten itself up, and DK holds onto it all the way through there. About 45 seconds left on the vote for DK here. Let's see what you guys think. Let us know. And all the way, he's up there. He's actually on the curb, which that's even a little bit more difficult, because now his right rear is actually a little bit higher up in the air. I wonder if that was by design, to help keep the rear of the car settled going around that long, sweeping, like almost 270-degree drift there. Just a few seconds left here. Let us know your thoughts on DK's run as the vote comes to a close here. We will see what we get. A 3.5. That puts him good for 4th place. Just behind Theory, makes his way past Damien by 0.1. I told you all the competition is close this evening. Looking forward to see how everyone stacks up. But up next, another member of the same team as DK there. I can't discuss the name of the team, but you can see the acronym right there on the windshield. You may know what that's all about. But the FRFO boys, DK making a great showing here, and you can see this. Y'all know Jay is all about that green, baby. All about the green, and this car is showing it some kind of serious right now. This thing is absolutely sick all the way through. Love the skulls, love the design. Got the team on the front, and check out the beautiful windshield banner. These guys are all so kind to go about making their windshield banners for these cars, making them look as pro as possible, and we really appreciate all the work everybody puts in on these events to make them go as smoothly as possible. But I believe Jay he's itching to put that foot down and send this car up the track, so we're going to see what he's got for us here as he gets ready to launch this mean chaser machine out of here. Some loud exhaust that thing has got. Good grief, it's making some power. Brings the angle. Look, so much angle. Ooh, locks the brakes up there a little bit. But that's all right. He's going to keep it rolling. Throws the throttle back down. Makes his way around the roundabout here. Look at all that angle this car gets. Kind of the same situation as Pote here. I'm hoping that maybe we'll get a chance to see this run again in the last chance qualifier, because that thing, man, carried some angle right there. Here we go. How do you rate that run? Let us know what you think. Yep, he just it just overcooked just a little bit there. But you can see how much control that car has and how much angle he can get out of it throughout the rest of the run. I just noticed there on the screen, his name is a little long, I guess. He's just trying to cover up. He says, you don't vote 1 star. You don't vote 1. He's saying he's just gonna cover that up with his name. You can only do 2 stars or more. But that will be an easy fix for me down the road, for sure. We'll take one more look here. We got about a minute left on the vote, so we'll see, like I said, the merits of this vehicle and what it could bring to the table in a last chance qualifier situation. You see what it was? It was those tram tracks like I was talking about. When the replay loops back around one more time, we'll throw it in slow motion through there, and we'll take one more look, but it looked like it caught one of those front wheels and wanted to bring the car around more. And I think no matter how much throttle control and how much counter steer he put into it, the rotation was just already there. So we're going to watch one more time as the votes are coming down. Make sure you get your vote in for Jay. Let us know what you think. But we're going to take one look here. We'll throw it in slow motion and see if these tram tracks affected. He kicks over there, and you could see, you could see a little bit from the skid marks on the rubber on the track. It definitely wanted to rotate around a little bit more after he hit those tram tracks. So that is unfortunate there. It's going to be a 2.4 for Jay. As we come back around and we are looking at Exi's 180 here. This is a beautiful machine. I love the red and black there. Done a great job here. Knight Riders there on the side. This is about a mean looking race car as you can get here. Love the color scheme, love the style. And Exi's driving, man, he always brings it. And I always love me a 180SX, man. These things are, it's like they're custom built drift cars. They just look the part, they act the part. This is a drift machine right here. So let's see what Exi is able to do with it. As he launches off here. Lots of speed there. Reminded me of Pirates Run. Coming with the, I mean, just a shot out of a cannon. And you can see he's got the angle now. Let's see how he holds on around the outside of the roundabout here. Look at him right there up against the curb. Great job from him there. Transitions back around quickly. As the vote makes its way over to you right now. Let us know what you think about that one. Boy, he came with the rocket ship there too, man. That's the theme of the day, it looks like. But holding on to that thing around the outside of the roundabout. Like I said, man, I love me a old 180SX drift car here, and he is just showing you why. I mean, tracing the outside. I love to see these guys get out there on the outside of that curb and hold on to that thing. But we will see where his score rounds out. Just under a minute left to get your votes in here for Exi. Let us know what you think about his runs. Looks like he has squeaked his way onto the leaderboard at the moment for 5th place. We'll see if that holds out. About 30 seconds left to go here. But that thing is going to be hard to catch. When we get to our tandems here later on this evening in the lead position, he's going to be rocketing up out of there. It's going to be interesting to see who can hold on to the door. The last few votes are making their way in. But it is close competition here, that is for certain. A whole lot of drivers with the same scores. And it's looking like Exi is going to land on a 3.4. It's a pretty good shot there, so that's going to drop him. That's going to be good for 5th place. So we move on to our next driver. The Primitive Potato. We got 2 potatoes tonight. We got Potate and the Primitive Potato, as we call him, Prim. You can see this drifting machine here is all set up. Rocking the R32 as well. Loving the design here. Got the stripes layout, but also check out the flames in the side of it there. Loving what this thing looks like, man. It's got the hook up there. The color scheme is on point. The car is on point. We know the driver's on point. And he said yesterday in final practice, he said he is coming in to win 150% of the way. Well, let's see what he can do with his qualifying line and see if you guys agree. Here goes Prim throwing it down. Said he's coming for the top spot. Makes his way, he straightens out on the way across the tram tracks there. That's a smart call. You can see exactly how much angle and aggression this car brings all the way to the inside on the curb and then all the way back out to the outside. And just like these other drivers, man, is able to trace it. You can see the counter steering there. He's working on that thing. And how much control that this car is going to have. Look how quick it can kick around there. That is going to be useful during our tandems later on. Take another look at that run there. Be sure to get your votes in, man. These guys can't move forward through the event if you guys aren't giving them some love and showing them the votes. If you want to see these guys make their way into the bracket and have a chance at being an event winner, getting locked into the World Finals in October. You gotta give them the vote. You can see the car it almost wanted to straighten out on him a little bit there at the beginning, but he was able to gather it back up. You can see how quickly he can set this car into a drift in any given circumstances, and that's going to be a huge deal come tandem time later on. But you can watch how quickly this thing snaps back over to the other side and then holds out and holds that angle, generating a lot of smoke, man. He's got a lot of wheel spin there, but a whole lot of control with this ride here. So let us know there's a minute left. Keep watching the replay. Analyze the run, what you think, and how it's going to translate to a tandem run, and then give us your vote, 1 to 5 stars. And if you're enjoying the show, you're enjoying what you're watching, !SlideStyle over there in the chat. That will give you access to everything you need to know about SlideStyle events, both as a fan at home and a potential driver wanting to compete. Anyone that has CarX Drift Racing online is able to compete in a SlideStyle event. We don't have any specific PC mods. There's no requirements for drivers to run with a steering wheel or anything like that, though many of our drivers do. It is not required. It is all about fun, crazy, aggressive drifting here with SlideStyle. That's why we named it that. And we want everybody that is interested in joining in to come hang out with us and have some fun. 3.4 there for Prim, just enough to slide him into 5th spot. Of course, our scoring system on screen only shows you guys 1 decimal place, but it actually calculates out to 4 decimal places if needed on scoring averages. So when you see guys that are tied and whatnot, it is going even further with the precision. And that's why you see where Exy would take the top spot over Damien, but slightly less than Prim on his vote, so that's why that happens the way it does. But up next is our series technical director here in Yakuza. He always makes sure these guys' cars are set up and within the rules, and not only does he do that, he pulls double duty, and he is always taking awesome screenshots during our events to give us a great photo roll after every event. And like I was saying about that Discord, !SlideStyle, it'll take you over there, and you can find after each event, down at the bottom of the channels list, you can see all of his photography down there for every event. But this car, I'm loving the design on it. Got a little anime friend here on the side, but it's just the simple white, red, and black, but it's so effective, man. This thing just absolutely looks like a race car. With the mean V10 here in this Lexus LFA, this thing is ready to throw it down all the way. So we're going to see what Yakuza is bringing to the table here for us as he gets ready to rip those rear tires up. You can hear that horsepower in there, man. Smooth transition across the tracks. So much angle. This is, hey, one of the things we talked about at the beginning of the night here. When we're talking about voting, you're talking about flow. how these guys flow through their line. And I'm telling you, this is about as smooth a line as we've seen tonight. Buttery smooth and all the way out to every edge. That is how you do it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Ebisu showing you how it's done. If you guys agree with me, let me know what you think there in the vote. That was about as good a qualifying run as you can get, I would think, right there, man. Brought the speed, brought the aggression, it had the flow. Gotta love it. And that is not the easiest car to do that with either. That is the truth. About halfway through here on the vote. I'm just sitting here watching. That is maybe not the he didn't throw out anything crazy flashy. I mean, some of these drivers I've heard they've talked about maybe trying to toss a 360 in there, doing some maybe reverse entries or anything crazy. I mean, you saw nothing crazy here from Ebisu. He's saying, this is how I'm going to throw down a lead run, and this is how I'm going to outdrive my opponent during the tandem competition. I mean, that is what that run was. That was a statement, in my opinion, right there. I mean, that is solid stuff there. But just smooth and consistent. And that's one of the things you're going to kind of look out for in a solo qualifying type event. He did make his way out to the curbs here, but you can see how he took a more direct approach, especially through that transition segment there at the beginning of the run. But he comes out to a 4.2. That's going to drop him in the lead. Everyone does agree. And sorry if I oversold it there a little bit, but I was pretty excited for my buddy Ebisu. We're not playing favorites here. That was a damn good run. And my friend knocks Wayne off the top spot just by a little bit, just by a hair. 4.2 into the top position. What a great run there from Ebisu. Looking forward to seeing if that holds out the top spot. But we have got some guys now that know that their work is cut out for them. And first of all, being a newcomer here to SLIDESTYLE events is our boy J-Star here. We've been enjoying hanging out with him during our practice events and everything like that, but you can see this machine here also with the red, white, and black color scheme. It's a good looking car here, but he has got the BMW ready to rock there. This thing is looking sick. We are going to see what it brings to the table, and if he's able to say anything about Ebisu taking that 4.2 in the top spot. But we have got our 11 drivers, so from this point forward, we are going to start moving drivers onto the bubble position for the last chance qualifier. So we will see if J-Star is the first driver in that spot, or if he knocks somebody else. Would be Jay is in the 11th position currently. And he jumps in the throttle there. Same thing, he's bringing that speed. He says, I see what the crowd likes this evening. Well, I got to bring some of that. Brings the speed with it for sure, brings the angle. These guys are all taking just slightly varying different lines into the roundabout, and I think that is going to make some very interesting situations here later on when we get to our tandems. But look at the speed and angle. Man, these guys are all, like I said, practice, 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 man. You can see how much effort they have been putting in. Getting some things set up here for our next run, making sure everything's good to go. But you can see J-Star there. It's the same strategy as some other drivers, is making sure he goes straight across those tram tracks to not have any situation going on there. Let's take one more look here back at this run. He's gotten some good votes here from you guys so far. They seem to be enjoying this run. But you can see he gets the clean launch there, kicks that car out to the side, and definitely similar to Akuza, right up the middle through that quick transition segment there. It's going to be interesting to see how somebody chases that. They may have to back off a little bit and then get back up to the door heading into the roundabout section here. But as much of a part of tandem drifting is going to be the lead line, I believe a lot of our viewers at home know for sure that if your line is, I don't want to say unchaseable, but if you make it too difficult on the chasing driver, I don't know if anybody at home is going to look too kindly on that either. And not saying that that is at all what J-Star did here, but just from looking at that line, it's going to be interesting to see how somebody comes along and provides a chase to that line. But we have got the talented drivers here to do it. And that run is going to put J-Star in the 5th position. I'm telling you, the competition is absolutely ridiculously close this evening, and that is going to knock Jay as the first driver into the last chance qualifying position. But as I said earlier, hopefully he can stay there, because I would love to see him get another shot at his run. But meanwhile, we take a look at Foxy, another machine here, going for the red, white, and black style here, but this is a team concept machine here. Our friend Foxy. And this is a good-looking ride here. The Lexus RCF, the only one running it. I believe maybe the only person that has ever run this car in slide-style competition, but it definitely gets the work done, that is for certain. So our man is ready to lock and load with this thing. Let's see what Foxy is going to bring to the table here and where he rounds out in the scoring. Boom, hard on the throttle, just like DK's machine earlier, and Maltese just squats down the rear of the car. And look, I can't even keep up with him with the drone camera here. Look at how fast. This might be one of the fastest runs we've seen. He might be able to we might have to have a race later between him and Pirate. But he's got the angle there to match, slows it down for the second half of the track here, and look at all of the angle he's getting here. So we're going to see that one more time. Now you may notice in the chat there I was not able to leave his name properly to be able to do the vote as part of some of the safe streaming efforts provided by Twitch. They don't want you talking about death or drugs or anything like that in polls for, you know, just for safety purposes and whatnot. But they do not check around the blacklisted words. So in our case, OXY, Oxy, short for, you know, some illicitly used drugs that are supposed to be prescription only. We'll leave it at that. But they do not look at the word Foxy. They just see Oxy. So, but it just so happens that the game we're playing is Car X, so I thought it was kind of cool that we could throw CX right there in the middle of Foxy's name. But he threw down the speed run there for sure. Let us know your thoughts on it. I mean, he absolutely came with the speed. Man, the amount of speed he's able to get and hold on to the angle there was wild, man. Great showing from Foxy. So we're trying to get squared away here for our next run. But that Lexus put it down, man. But the votes are coming in here. We'll see what we land on here. And it is a 3.1 for Foxy. That looks like it's going to land him good for 10th position. Awesome stuff there from him. As we move on, taking a look at the red, yellow, and black machine, Mr. Swervo here. Bringing out the Supra, the new style Supra here, and this is a racing car right here for sure. I love the design style he's got on this machine. Real shiny, man, real shiny. Look at this thing, got the underglow going and everything, but this is definitely a race car here, and we are gonna see what Swerve's got for us as he gets ready to throw it down. Launches off the line. This thing is a quick one too, man, having to keep up with it. But he's got some control here, man. You can see how smooth this thing is holding the angle out throughout the course. All the way out there. All the way out to the curb. So let's see one more time here. This thing definitely launched off quick. Took all, you could see it, got away. As soon as he shifted gears, man, that thing took off faster than we were expecting it to. But you can see also taking that, that central line there. Across the tram tracks, making sure the all four wheels are squared up on the way through there. But I thought when he first took off, man, I saw the front end wiggle. It looked like he was trying to hold on to it, but then, man, he put that thing in second gear and he was out of there. But you can see it gets a whole lot of angle. He has a great entry into the roundabout there. That was definitely an awesome looking setup, and gets all the way out to the curb on the outside. But there is just about 30 seconds left to get your votes in. What you think about Swerve's run here? Votes seem to be a little bit all across the board here on this one. Definitely a, like I said, lots of speed there, lots of angle. Well, let me take one more look here. Maybe there's some, because I didn't have, like I said, the best camera work here with the drone, but maybe coming through there so tight on the entry maybe is what some people are looking at. But either way, it's a 2.8 there for Swerve. Which will make him good for 11th place. As we move on and look at Froster's machine here. And this is a unique ride here. His first ever slide style event with us here. We are glad to have him. We're glad to have all these new drivers. Exclamation point slide style in the chat. We'll let you know everything you need to know about joining an event just like these guys. And this is an awesome machine here. I love the number style, how it's like spray painted onto the windshield, man. Such a unique element there. But this is a beautiful ride here. This RX-7 is hooked up and ready to rock and roll. But like I said, definitely join in and come hang out with the slide style drivers. We are running every Friday night, man. Practices, that's where these guys have met us and come hang out with us. And they let their friends know and they come hang out here. But our boy Froster, we're going to see what he's got. His first ever official slide style run. We'll see what the man brings to the table. You can hear that rotary engine screaming in there, man. You can see how quickly this machine transitions. And it can hold the angle, man. He's out to the outside. Oh no, he got up on the curve and it spun around on him. Unfortunate there. A great run leading up to that point, but he is going to finish it out. One thing we always say in our practices and in our drivers' meetings and everything, man, is never, ever, ever give up. Throws a little 360 there, man. But that is a great, great, great first showing from Froster there. So the votes are up. What do you think? Unfortunate that he turned it around there right towards the end of the roundabout. But like I said, great showing leading up to that point. Had all the elements of a great lead run as well. Man, yep, that is exactly what happened. The rear tires, you see his left rear got up on the curb there, and it just, the whole rear of the car got upset and came all the way around. But like we always say, man, never give up. We appreciate him finishing out the run here. And you never know. That's why we have the last chance qualifier. He could still make it. He could get another shot to run. And, I mean, it looked great up to that point. But you can see he gets here, and right when it gets up on the curb, bump, it jumps up, and around it goes. But if you watch the wing, man, you see that thing just boop, up in the air. That car just spins itself right on around. But as we said, we are super excited to have these new guys here. Their first time running the event with us. And we are glad everybody was able to make their way in. And they all get here so early, man. We say the drivers meeting is at 7:45, you know, right before the event. These guys are in the voice chat. They're practicing together, ready to go at like 10 minutes after 7. They are at it, man. They are all about it, and they love it, and we love them for it, and we appreciate all the hard work that these drivers put in. That's going to be a 2.6 for Froster there. So that's going to put him good for 13th. So that does leave him in the last chance qualifier position. So we have one more slot available for that last chance qualifier, and then after that, drivers will start to be bumped out of competition for the evening. But PWX is up next, another first-time driver here in a slide style event. Now, he has been hanging out with us for a little while and joining our open practices and hanging out with the guys, so they know how to drift with him. But this is his first ever official run with us here. And I'm loving this Mustang here, man. These guys all kind of have a similar style going with them, with the designs. I love how they've got them going. I know there's a lot of inspiration from some real-life drivers' designs in these cars, and they do a great job showing them off here. It's looking pretty awesome. PWX is ready to send it here, and we're going to see how he does in his first run. As he takes off, man. Not a lot of wheel spin at first, man. In first gear, that thing was set to move. Transition across the tram tracks there, holds on to a whole lot of angle. You can see him get on the brakes there. Look how he threw that thing into. There's that aggression we talked about at the top of the show. And holding it out all the way around. Look at the angle all the way throughout the roundabout there. Choo-wee, that was a qualifying run for you right there, man. I can't wait to watch that one again. You can see he come out of the line like a bat out of hell there for sure. The angle and speed was there. That was a... I wasn't quite ready for that one. That was a run, man. True, the love is already coming in on the votes. Is he going to be able to knock Ebisu off the top spot as we're sitting right now? He is already set to do so. We will see if that holds out. Still over a minute left on the vote here as we keep watching. I'm sure some people are going over this run with a fine-tooth comb, thinking, is it going to be suitable to beat out Ebisu in their eyes? We're going to see what we get here. All those aspects of things that we talked about at the top of the show, speed, the angle, the flow, the edge, the aggression, it was all there, man, all the pieces. That was an incredible run for the first show from PWX, man. That is what we love to see right there. About 20 seconds left here on the vote. If you haven't voted yet, let us know what you think about his run. Great stuff there, man. Great stuff. All right, well, time is coming down on the vote here, so we're going to see where it lands. Is he going to be able to edge out Ebisu from that top spot? Or is somebody holding in a sneaky vote for the last second? It's going to come down to it. Last little bit. What's it going to be? 4.2. And it does beat out Ebisu. It's a tying vote to the first decimal place. But it beats out Ebisu in the underlying math. And that puts first ever slide style time driver PWX in the top spot of qualifying. I think that might be the first time we have ever had a brand new driver come out and take a hold of the top spot in qualifying. What a great run there. Great run from all of these guys. And as I said, that is going to round out the final position for the last chance qualifiers. So if the remaining drivers in qualifying are able to get high scores, they are going to start bumping drivers out of that last chance qualifier position. And the first driver with an opportunity to do that, got Canada rocking on the window here, is going to be our man Ajax, another first-time slide style driver here in this green machine. But it is beautiful and looking good. I love the Canadian flags in the window, man. It's so awesome. But he has brought this thing out to play, and it is going to... We're going to see if it's as shiny on track as it is sitting here looking pretty in the sun, man. But Ajax is ready to throw this thing down, and let's see what he's got, man. Maybe he'll be able to knock PWX out of that top spot. Oh. Threw me for a loop there as he started to kick out to the right. It made me fly my drone into a building, but we got it back. We got it back. Look at it all the way out there, man. He's bringing that speed and angle for sure, and he saw what happened with that curb earlier. He said, I ain't gonna have that happen to me. Good run there from Ajax. Well, I will apologize in advance because the replay is gonna keep showing you me driving into the driving my drone camera into the side of the building. When he kicked to the right, man, off the starting line, that was a unique thing there. I was like, oh, where's he going? And and there I went. Look at that, right in the building. But luckily I was able to get that squared away, and you can see his entire run. But my apologies again for that. All right, well, the votes are on their way in here for Ajax run. Like I said, another first-time driver. Let us know what you think. There's about a minute left on the vote here for him. Is he going to move into that last chance qualifier position? Or is he going to bump somebody off the list? We are going to find out what we've got here. Definitely a solid first qualifying run for him there. This is an expensive camera drone, man, and I just drive it right into the side of a building. And that poor building, man, here in historic St. Petersburg, that's going to cost me. That's going We're coming down to the bottom here of the vote on Ajax here, and it's looking to hold steady at a 3.3. If anybody's got any last second thoughts, throw them in there. What do you think about his run? You guys have got to get them votes in there. There were exterior windows on the inside of that building. That was kind of noting the interior design there as we go through. All right, well, here comes the vote. It is going to be a 3.3 for Ajax. Great first run for him. As we come back to our boy Cruz. Now, I love this car right here, man. Just something about the way he did the design, the colors, and everything. Even in practice, I've always said that this car gets me, man. I love this thing. Fox body Mustang right here too. Another unique element. Just everything about this car is unique. The Cruz is rocking this thing. Look at them chrome wheels too. Something about this car, man. I just love the design style on it, for sure. But we are going to see what Cruz is going to bring to the table here for us on his qualifying run, and we will see if he is able to jump into that top spot with the Fox body all the way to the outside there, initializing into his first drift. And he is using up all the track here. That's what we love to see, getting a whole lot of angle out of that thing. On the red line there a little bit, he is maximizing everything he's got here. Bringing the speed, look at him tracing the outside. How's this transition gonna look here? Smooth as can be. Cuts it to the inside on that last corner and still on the chip there. Whew. What a showing from Cruz, man. The new guys are coming around saying that they ain't nothing to mess with here. They're gonna bring the show. That is what we love to see. So let us know what you think about his run. So votes from the chat. Lots of votes coming your way, man. We're throwing them at you rapid fire tonight. But we are coming down to it here. The last handful of drivers before we get ready to start up our bracket event for the evening. But man, Cruz coming at you. I love that Fox body thing. I love looking at that car. It's a great looking machine. All the way sideways. Now see, he opted to set his drift and hold the car on the angle across the tram tracks. He may be the first car that has done that. Some guys try to hit it square with all four tires. Some guys they'll make their transition across the tracks. I believe he's the first one that we have seen leave the car at angle, cross the tracks, and then transition. So it's such a simple layout. Probably the most simple layout of any slide style event, honestly, so far as this course goes. It's very straightforward, but there's little details like that that really change up how these guys approach the course. And like I said, man, it's all going to come down to how these guys handle it with lead and chase during their tandems later on this evening. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. Just a few seconds left here to get your vote in for Cruz. New guys here, man. The new slide style drivers are showing they're here to bring the heat. And we love to see it. Last few seconds here on the vote. Get it in if you haven't yet. And we will see what the score comes out to for Cruz here. 3.6. That is a good score right there. And you can see that is good for 7th place. So our last chance group currently is looking like Ajax, Foxy, Swerve, Potate, and Froster. We've got just a handful of drivers left to compete here. 4 drivers left to be exact. Our man Fire Ninja. If you hang out on our streams ever, he's always around, always playing games with us, man. And he's always doing something unique in every game that we play, man. He's always got to do something to be a little different. And you can see right here, my man is rocking not only as he come into drift in a Lamborghini, but he has got this thing hooked up in the Tron style, man. Look at this thing. And that is not easy to do. And the livery designer here to trace all the various edges and everything of the bodywork of the car. But this is a beautiful ride here, and it is a Lamborghini. But it is it's within the rules. Everything about this car is within the rules of a slide style event. It is rear wheel drive. So we're gonna find out what the Ninja can do with this Lambo machine. I expect some, holy crap. Woo! He might win the race. Look at that, taking the sign out, throwing the 360. We're gonna say that was intentional. He just came to show off the Lamborghini, man. Bringing it to the mean streets of St. Petersburg. Cutting it to the inside there on the corner. We gotta see that again. Whew! Oh boy, all right, well the vote for that run is coming at you. I mean, the thing took off like a Lamborghini, that's for sure. Look at this thing, dude. Whoo, boy, he sent that thing. But that's what we love to see, man. These guys coming out and throwing it down, and there is no doubt for a second that Fire threw it down right there. Now, it does appear that Fire Ninja's votes are currently being applied to Hero. So we are going to, as soon as the vote is over, so these votes are for Fire, so keep putting your votes in, but we will fix that in our system here momentarily. But these votes are going in for Hero right now. But don't worry about that. Vote for Fire Ninja here, and we will make sure we switch that up and get those votes moved over before starting our next run with Hero. So that's why you don't see the votes updating on the side of the screen at the moment. I can't give you an update right now. He's sitting on a 2.9 currently with about 30 seconds left to go. That's my apologies there. Kind of fat-fingered that one in our system, and there is no way to cancel a vote once it's fired off there. But these votes are going to be for Fire Ninja. We will make sure they are transferred over as soon as this vote is completed and in the system. And again, that is my apologies there. But I will let you guys know what we land on here. All right, so that is going to do it. It is going to be a 2.9 for Fire Ninja, for Ninja. So we're going to get those votes moved over in our system very quickly before we move along here. And when that is updated, you will see it reflected on the side of your screen. And then we will, speaking of Hero, we will see Hero's run. All right, so they should be switched over now. You do see Fire is good for 14th place there. Ninja with the 2.9. And speaking of Hero, we are now looking at Hero. So major props to our production team for handling that so quickly. But we look at Hero's car here. Got the Falcon livery hooked up, looking good on this machine, as well as you can do it in Car X. This RX-7 thing, man, it is mean, ready to rock and roll here. So we are going to see what Hero is bringing to us with his qualifying run, and he is working with the steering wheel. And he has been trying so hard throughout these last couple of weeks to bring you guys the best possible run that he can. And look at how smooth with the 360, and that one was on purpose, but oh, it's too short. It went just too early for him to make his way into the roundabout. But look at the, now I will say, I believe that this run does deserve a shot at the last chance. For him doing this with a steering wheel, man, good stuff right there. We'll take another look and see. Let's make sure I get the right vote here. Boom. Should be coming at you for Hero now. There it is. The votes for Hero. How do you rate his run? But as we're watching the replay here, you can see, and like I said, using a steering wheel, watch him throw the steering wheel to the side, kick the 360, but the car slowed down. He had the perfect timing and everything, but the car slowed down enough when he did the 360 to mess up his entry into the roundabout. That is unfortunate there. What a great try, though. And I mean, aiming to be unique and aiming to get his way into the event is absolutely what he was going for. As we watch it one more time, but like I said, just picture, you know, him holding the wheel, and to get that 360, he's got the thing cranked out to the side, and then woof, sends that steering wheel all the way around the other way. So unfortunate that the car didn't hold the momentum to make it all the way into the roundabout, because we would have been looking at, it would have been pretty threatening there to PWX Yakuza weighing up in those top spots. But that is all right. Great try from Hero. And like I said, personally, my shout's out to him for not playing it safe, for not just trying to squeeze into, you know, the 8th or 9th spot. He said, I'm going 110%. I'm going to rip this thing. I'm going to show these guys what I'm all about. So I 100% A for effort from me right there. I love to see it, and I hope he gets an opportunity to run that last chance qualifier. As the last couple seconds tick down on the vote for Hero here, and we will see what it comes out to for him. Looks like it is going to land on a 2.9, which does put him in that 15th spot, but there's 2 drivers left. It's going to be dangerously close on if he is able to make a last chance run. So we are going to find out if he can do it. But our boy Nose is here, the disrespected Nose. He is here. I love the look of this car right here, man. Such a unique style. Love the like flaked purple paint over the black metallic. It's just so cool looking, man. And this thing is mean as can be. Bad to the bone. Supra machine here. I cannot wait to see what he's got to show us in this thing. And we will see if he is able to knock any drivers into that last chance position, or if he ends up there himself. We will find out what he's got for us as he gets ready to take off here. Oh, look at the angle early. Makes the transition across the tram tracks. You can see it, thing sitting so low, how it bounced across him. It might have bottomed out, and he holds on to it. He has got the angle. He's got the speed. How's he going to do around the outside of the roundabout here? Look at him tracing that. Look, right on the absolute edge of the curb, all the way through, all the way back out to this side. Great stuff there from the Nose. Always love to see what he's bringing to us here. That replay and that vote are coming to you right now. Man, what an absolute ripper of a run there from Nose. Hasn't been in a slide style event for a little while here, but he always makes sure to jump in and hang out with us in practices and stuff like that. And he had the opportunity to run another event here. So we are going to see what you guys think about his run here. But I mean, that had all the ingredients there, just like these other guys like we talked about, PWX, Akuza, Wayne, and Malte, these top 5 drivers, man. This had all the ingredients 100% of the way for a top qualifying run. What a great job from Nose, and that right there is a great lead line as well. Last corner a little bit tight there, but other than that, man, what a lead line that would be. I'm just watching this. A beautiful car, beautiful run. Great stuff there from the Nose. We appreciate him for coming to hang out with us. That is a beautiful Supra right there. Last few seconds coming down in the vote. Let us know what you think as we make our way over to our last driver of qualifying for the evening. All right, here comes the vote. It's gonna land on a 3.7. Great stuff there from Nose. And that lands him in the 6th position. So we are down to our last driver. You see there on the bottom left of your screen, Santaku is the last one on the list. And our current last chance drivers are SLIDESTYLE event winner Damien, Ajax, Foxy, Fire Ninja, and Hero. So is Santaku going to be able to knock Hero out of that final last chance spot? We're going to find out here, but we are checking out his ride. Also has the Falcon livery design style going on. Very cool looking here. Now you will notice he doesn't have the windshield banner like some of our other drivers and everything like that. That is because, if I'm not mistaken, but my memory serves correctly, our man Santaku is playing this game on a Nintendo Switch. So it is a little bit harder to put together the livery designs and everything like that. But like we have talked about, man, exclamation point SLIDESTYLE in the chat, Santaku is running on a handheld device. He is on a Nintendo Switch playing this game. If you have access to CarX Drift Racing, if you can play the game, you can run a SLIDESTYLE event, and Santaku is going to show you guys what he's all about right here as we take a look at his run as he throws it down in the C6 Corvette here. You see him get off the line. Look at the grip that this thing has got, man. Oh, we've got a little... it's the first time that bug has showed up this evening. CarX has a little bit of a bug where it'll take the engine sound away, so we just assume he's in a fully electric Corvette here. It's my favorite bug in any video game ever, the fully electric cars of CarX. But I'm telling you, man, he is bringing this electric beast. Look at the transitions and the speed. It's a little unfortunate. We can't really hear the throttle control with that sound bug. But you can see what's happening with it here. So we'll take another look at that run. And this is our last and final qualifying driver. So make sure your votes count here. It's so funny, man, hearing that just no engine sound from these cars. But I'm telling you, man, Santaku, like I said, rocking the Switch, man. Throwing it down with that machine. And you could see off the line, I mean, just not a lot of wheel spin. He had lots of grip. Make sure he gets up to speed. Throws the car out to the side. I mean, that's about as textbook of a competition drifting launch as you can get. So much angle there. Perfect line in on just on the inside of the curb there for the roundabout. Makes it out to the outside. Gets right on the curb. Actually gets up on the curb a little bit. You see the car want to get upset, but he holds on to it. That thing is handling great, which means it's going to do great in our tandem competition later on in just a little while. But great stuff there from Santaku. Just about a minute left if you want to get a vote in for him. And we will find out who is going to round out the leaderboard, and then we will have our last chance qualifiers. Last few seconds here for Santaku. Get your votes in. Let us know what you think about what he's got going on with that Corvette machine. All right, here comes the vote. It's a 3.5. So we come back and look at our guys lined up here. But you can see over on the side of the screen there, you have your lineup, and PWX taking out the top spot, his first ever slide style event, and he is going to be number 1. Akuza right behind him in second with a 4.2 as well. So close. But you look how tight the scoring is all the way down. Our top 11 drivers that are locked into an event from a 4.2 to a 3.4. I mean, so close in the scoring all the way down. But our last chance drivers, all 5 of these drivers, and what's going to happen is these guys are going to run back to back to back. So we've got Exy, Damien, Ajax, Foxy, and Ninja. So what's going to happen is you're going to see Exy make his run. I'm going to show you a replay of that run. Damien's going to be sitting on the start line right after that, ready to rock and roll, and he is going to throw it down. And we are going to do that for each of these 5 drivers, and then you at home are going to vote on which driver you want to see make their way into the event and who's going to be in the final bracket position for tonight's event. As we take a look around the sites here at St. Petersburg as these guys are getting lined up. Right, well, it is time for our last chance qualifiers here. You are looking at our first driver currently in the 12th position. It is Exy. He threw down a 3.4 on his run. So let's see what he's got for us here. And like I said, get your you might have to scribble down some notes or something like that. Grab you a notepad, get your phone out and type something in, because we are going to run these guys back to back, 5 drivers. And then you're going to vote on which one you want to see take that 12th position, make their way into the bracket for the event. Exy is showing he wants it to be him, bringing so much of that aggression. Look at him staying right there on the outside, tracing that curb. Quick transition from this 180 SX here. Great stuff from this driver, great stuff. As we switch over to our replay. Still showing the score from Santaku there. I never really quite thought about the last chance qualifier aspect of the replay, so we'll just not worry about that right now as we're watching our replay. But you'll be seeing Santaku's score for all of these replays as we go, just reminding you of what our last qualifying driver's run was. But there you go, as you see Exy's run there. So we have making our way back over to Damien. Like I said, note down what you think about that run, or give it your own score in your own head. And Damien is coming at you right now, and we're going to see if he can top out you guys' score of Exy's run. So here he goes. Look at how much speed he's getting out of this Yaris, and look, throwing it all the way sideways, kicking that thing in the quarter, slamming back down on the throttle. Oh, and look, on that, right on that curb all the way around. Both curbs, tracing them fully all the way through. So fast, man. We get the replay there one more time. You see how much speed he carries, and he did transition right over those tram tracks. But that is our second of our 5 last chance qualifier drivers making another run. Like I said, man, note down what you think. The vote is going to be coming at you after all 5 of these drivers make their run. Up next is going to be Ajax here in this S14. We'll see if he's got what it takes to top those guys, take those guys' top spot. Going for number 12 here to get locked into the event. Kicks it out to the side early there, got that Canadian flag rocking. Carrying a ton of angle here into the roundabout. You can hear that throttle control there, working that thing, man, all the way through. Little 360 at the end, showing off a little bit. Very nice. As we watch the replay of that run, great stuff there. Take a look here. We'll get a little slow motion going for you here. Watch him crank this 360 out here. Look at this. Woo! Back in the throttle, whips it back around. That is good stuff right there. All right, well, Foxy is sitting at the line here, waiting for us here, so he's going to throw his run down, and then we've got one more driver as the Fire Ninja after that. And then we will get the vote in the chat for who you guys want to see take that final 12th position in the bracket. Move on to this evening's tandem competition. Ooh, a little bit of a lag there, but he's able to hold on to the car. All the way around the outside. Great stuff here from Foxy. What a redemption run here. And, oh, right into the pole at the end of it. But he did get the run done there. But what a great showing here from Foxy. Look at how he was able to trace the outside of the roundabout there. He wasn't able to do that earlier. And then he goes for all the speed into this last corner, but cacao right there into the pole. Little unfortunate, but that is all right. So we make our way back over. We are looking at our last driver here. It is Fire Ninja, and he has got that Lambo, and he is ready to throw it down. Let's see if he can redeem what happened earlier with him going crazy fast and knocking that pole out. He's bringing the speed to you, that is for sure here. Bringing it again, man, right across the middle. This is absolutely the fastest run we have seen of the day. So fast, it takes him into the inside of the inside of the roundabout there. Almost, look at all them people standing there. I bet that scared them half to death. But, I mean, just the horsepower. He just wanted to show off that he's got a Lamborghini. That's what it is, man. Love to see it. We're going to get the replay of that run as well. And then those 5 drivers are going to go into a poll. And you guys are going to select who is going to take the final position, take over the 12th spot, and be the last driver in the bracket for tonight's event. All right. The poll has made its way in. And the votes are dead even right off the bat, man. Get your votes in there. Let us know who you want to see in that 12th and final bracket spot. Take a look around here. The beautiful host of our event here in St. Petersburg. Couple minutes left here on the vote. But it is going to be a close one. It's coming down to it. So let us know who you want to see in that 12th and final position, headed into the bracket event, which is going to start here in just a few minutes. We're running all of our events. They're going to be one-night deals now. I think some people might be holding out their vote for the last second, trying to make this a nail-biter, but you never know with Twitch's voting system, man, whether it doesn't want to lag a little bit and it might not count your voting time. So make sure you get it in there before the time's up. Don't try to pull that old eBay and get in on the very last second. Definitely let us know here. Coming down to the last little bit, it looks like Exy is holding out a little bit of a lead. Is he going to be able to hold on to that top spot? It's going to be a close one. Lots of people are trying to make it a nail-biter, throwing that last vote in there. Well, here it comes, last second. And with the last second push, Damien, the former event winner, makes his way into the 12th and final spot. You see him tagged there on the left side of your screen. As the fan vote winner, he will be in the 12th position as we move on to the bracket. So our race control is going to get these drivers lined up. We are going to go to a quick and very, very quick commercial break. We will be back here in about 5 minutes, and we will get our bracket started and ready to rock and roll for tonight. We're going to find out who the champion of round 8 here, SLIDESTYLE, is going to be in St. Petersburg. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to Slide Style Round 8, right here in St. Petersburg. We are getting these guys all lined up and ready to rock and roll. We just finished qualifying, had some awesome runs, some awesome surprises from some drivers, and we have got an absolute showdown for y'all tonight. I cannot wait for this event. This is one of the most exciting ones yet. Cannot wait to see it. But we are going to go on real quick and remind everyone of the rules for the bracket. We're also going to take a look at our bracket for this evening. So, 12 drivers, single elimination tournament bracket here. Winners are decided by you guys at home, the fans. So we have a 4-round system here. First round is a breakout round. 6 drivers will move forward. The eliminator round is second. 3 drivers will move forward from that. Then we have what we call redemption. The 3 drivers that do not move forward from the eliminator round will be put up to a vote, and you guys will choose who you want to see go again. And those 2 highest voted drivers will make up the last pairing that move on into the contender round. From there, we will have, of course, the two winners that make up the finalists, and they move into the showdown. Now, we do things a little bit differently here with Slide Style. Whereas we don't have one more times exactly how a lot of other Pro Drift comps do. So what we do in our first 2 rounds, in the breakout and eliminator rounds, ties go to the lower seed driver. A little bit of a bonus to the underdog there. If the higher seeded driver is unable to, gain more than a tie, we go on ahead and let the lower seed driver through. So that puts a little bit of pressure on these guys because they've already got their championship points coming at them from qualifying. So they've got a little bit of added pressure to perform well to continue to move forward in the event. And then, of course, in the contender and showdown rounds, if there is a tie in the vote, that will automatically trigger a one more time, and that will happen immediately. Those guys will line back up and run it again. And then, of course, if that second vote goes to a tie, I will not vote. So that is kind of, don't do that to me. But I am we say everyone's vote count, and that includes mine. Well, I do not vote during the bracket, so that way, if anything needs to be sorted or whatever, maybe my vote can apply towards that. And that goes the same way for the one more time. So if the second one more time run goes to a tie, I unfortunately have to make my vote and choose who is going to move on to the next round. And that is how we're going to do it. So we are looking at our drivers here on the left side of the screen. As we are looking at our first pairing here in the server of PWX and Damien, that's going to be the first group with PWX on the first lead. But group 2, it's going to be Nose versus J-Star. Can't wait to see that one. That's going to be a great lineup here. Malte and DK, they've got those speed machines hooked up. I am so glad they got paired together. That's going to be group 3. Wayne and Santaku is going to be a good one in group 4. Those are cars with a lot of control, a lot of angle. Group 5 is going to be Theory and Cruz, two very consistent drivers. So we should definitely see some technical drifting coming from them. And then group 6 is Akuza and Prem, and that might be personally the one I'm looking forward to the most. I want to see those guys absolutely throw it down. 2 great guys. Friends of mine. Enjoy seeing them drift. But it is time for us to get our first pairing underway. PWX and Damien. We got PWX is going to be on the lead here. So we're going to see what these guys have got. Now, real quick, before they take off, we are going to discuss how you launch for a slide style event. That's another thing that we do just a little bit differently here in slide style. The chase car rolls first. We do this so that we don't have to have any type of game mods, server mods. We don't have somebody sitting off to the side flashing their lights like a street race or anything like that. What we do is both drivers, usually good sportsmanship, they'll let each other know. They'll wiggle their wheels or they'll flash their lights at each other to let them know that, hey, I'm ready to go. The chase car rolls up first. Now, they don't roll forward 5 or 10 feet and stop or anything like that. No, they kind of just put the car gear and roll forward, 5 or 10 miles an hour. So they are in motion. They have momentum. The lead car then will take off, take the lead position, and as they pass by on the outside, that gives the green light to the chase car. They're both able to initiate with momentum into the first turn, side by side, and then we have no need for any type of extra lighting system or anything like that to tell these guys when to go. So that is how we do it. And in the breakout round, if somebody's stuff lags out, things go crazy, you know, these guys can call for a false start. But that usually doesn't happen because of this system that we've put in place. But sometimes crazy server lag and things can happen. But that's only in the breakout round. We assume that after that point, these guys have kind of got their stuff together. So that's what we're aiming for here. And without further ado, we are looking at our first pairing, PWX and Damien. I cannot wait to get this started tonight, man. So let's see what these guys are ready to bring to the table here as they get ready to rock it on their first run. See, Damien takes off first. These guys get into the first turn side by side. Damien right on the door. Look at that cross right on the back bumper of PWX there. A little contact made. We'll have to check that on the replay, but it doesn't seem to have affected either driver very much. Damien doing a great job staying right there, trying to keep the camera overhead because I know these guys are going to be so close throughout this run. PWX holding out so much angle there. Unbelievable lead run there from him. Whew. Boy, was that a start to our show right here. I'll tell you one thing, man. As before, I didn't quite consider the part where we show the replay of the run before the vote is actually happening. I was more focused on qualifying. So, obviously there is no vote yet. And by next event, I will have that taken care of. I already have an idea of how I can fix that. But you're seeing these guys make their run here, and just unreal how close these guys were able to get. So we'll take one more look at it as they get lined up again in the server. But I mean, right off the bat, you can see how close. Now, was there contact here just a little bit off the back bumper here? I didn't see any contact there. That looked pretty clean all the way through. So a great chase there from Damien right on the door. But I mean, about a perfect lead run as you can give from PWX, man. He is showing up something serious today. All right, so we are back here. They have flipped lead and chase. These guys are in position and ready to go. So now that we'll see what we've got here with Damien on the lead. Race control gives them the go-ahead. They flash their lights, let each other know. A perfect slide-style start to this run. Damien gets a little bit of an early jump there from PWX. He's got to do a little work to get back to him here. And he does manage to do that. Great crossover from PWX. Gets all the way up in front of the front tire of Damien there. Is able to get right back to him here. He's working hard on his chase run here because Damien's got so much speed. But PWX doing a great job keeping up with him. What a run from both drivers there. All right, well, now the vote is going to be making its way to you. Throw it in the chat there. Let us know what you think. Get your vote in. PWX and Damien. And PWX was working hard on that one, man, to get back up to him. And his lean line was absolutely incredible. But Damien brought the lead on his second run here. Let's watch it one more time here. I'm going to focus on Damien's lead here. You can see how much speed that car carries. And he definitely left so much opening there for PWX. It's just he had the speed to get away from him. And PWX tried to take advantage of the lack of clipping points that we run here to get up on the inside line to get back to the door of Damien. And even when he did it, Damien was still able to pull away, carrying so much speed with that Yaris. This is going to be a close vote here because PWX's lead run was just unreal, but Damien doing an incredible job sticking with him here. About 45 seconds left on the vote. But I mean, for a first showing from PWX here in slide style to come out, you know, #1 in qualifying, we've never seen that before. And to throw down like this with a former event winner in Damien, and y'all know Damien always brings the work. And for PWX to run like this with him, I mean, it's going to be so, oh, the vote's coming down here. Some of these guys, man, y'all are trying to get them nail biters going on the vote. I see what you're doing. Last few seconds, get your vote in now. Make it count. PWX with the win. Takes it away. These guys want to see more from him, and I agree. I want to see more from him, but a great run from both of those guys. Damien, an incredible job on his chase. A great lead run. That was so close to call. I think it's truly because everybody knows Damien has already won an event, and he is already locked into the World Finals. I think people kind of want to see what PWX can do further on in this tournament tonight. So, obviously, no ill will looking towards Damien there. A great job from both of those guys. And sometimes you just got to flip a coin and make a pick. And I feel like that was some of it as well. But we are looking at our next pairing here is going to be Nose and J-Star. And this is, I don't know if these two drivers have ever tandem with each other, honestly. This is going to be very interesting to see. You've got the BMW on one side, the Supra on the other with the Toyota. It's going to be this is going to be a unique setup here. I am very interested to see what happens with this one. Well, J-Star is going to be your chase machine, so he will be rolling forward first. And then Nose will jump out to the lead on the outside, and he will rock his way into the first turn. So we'll see what these guys will do as race control gives them the go-ahead. They flash their lights at each other, let them know. Great stuff. Perfect start from both drivers. That's what we love to see. Matching the angle right through the beginning. Look, I'm flying all in the roof. Y'all didn't get to see that transition. I apologize for that. I'm too excited watching these guys. A great lead here from Nose. J-Star on the chase. I mean, he's matching his tire tracks. He's matching his angle all the way through, but Nose is carrying that speed. You can see how close he gets on that pole there at the end. Very happy with the new voting system, the new production system here for Slide Style, with how that turned out. Definitely overlooked the part where we do replays for the first run before a vote. So that will definitely be fixed by next month's event, that's for sure. I've got some ideas of how to tackle that, but speaking of ideas, man, J-Star coming in with the great idea of cutting across a little early on the tram tracks there to maintain his position on the tail of Nose here. And you'll see he matched that angle all the way through. So these guys are lined back up again here. J-Star going to be on the lead this time, so we'll see how he manages that quick transition section early in the run and how Nose does on a chase. And that's the second building I've hit with my drone this evening, so we're going to try to keep that to a minimum as we watch these guys burn some rubber down. We flash their lights, Nose rolls forward. Another perfect start from these drivers. Star gets in early on his initiation there. Sorry. Nose is right there in his tire tracks. See Nose having to get on the brakes, and he stays right on the door there. Gets all the way up to the front tire, actually. Great transition crossing over. This is another great run. This is going to be tough to call. Great stuff from these guys. The vote is coming your way in the chat, and so is the replay. what great work from all of these drivers tonight, man. This is, whew. This is going to be a show this evening. I'm so excited for all of these runs here. But as we take another look at this one, a great start from both of these guys. And you can see the proof is in the pudding, man. That's why we do our starts the way we do them. And look how evenly matched these guys were right through the beginning of the course there. It just gives the best opportunity to both drivers to really be able to start their lead or chase line in the way that they want to. But Nose just with an absolutely great job there. But definitely get your vote. If you're having trouble seeing the vote, be sure to try to pull up Twitch in a browser window and look at the chat. That will usually resolve any issues going on with that. Sometimes the Twitch mobile apps do not like to show the votes. But if you pop it open in a browser window, even on your mobile device, pop Twitch open, head to the channel, Alex on your screen, on your mobile device, and you should be able to see in the chat window there, you should be able to see the vote, because we need to let these guys know who do we want to see move on to the next round. But it is coming down to it. The last few seconds here. Get your votes in. We will see who is going to be the winner. And by a Nose, it looks like it's Nose. Moving on, you see his number turn green there, and that signifies that he is going to be lining up against PWX in the next round. As we come back around to our next pairing between Malte and DK here, like I said earlier, these guys have got speed and angle for days. I cannot wait, and they run together a lot. So I cannot wait to see what these two have in store for us today. Malte and DK ready to light them up. DK is going to roll forward off the line. Oh, Malte went a little early, but you see him check up there. He does apologize. These guys know each other well. Like I said, they're going to be able to make it work. Tap from DK there, though. Maintaining the perfect angle, perfect distance. So much horsepower from both of these cars. Great stuff from both of these drivers. We've definitely got some stuff to unpack in the replay here, though, so we're going to take one more look at that one. As these guys launch off, you did see Malte did take off early there. But DK did not call for a false start. Instead, decided he wanted to get in there and keep. But you can see on the transition here, and Malte did, he slowed up a little bit there in front of DK. Let's get one more look at that run before we switch to see their next run together here. So as I said, Malte, he got a little excited, went early, but DK is right there. It's no big deal, no harm, no foul. And you can see how much speed Malte carried through those first couple of corners, but it came back to get him here because I think it was a little bit more speed than he wanted. You see him get on the brakes there just a touch. I can't really, I'm not going to call that, causing a collision between either driver. I think all of that was just kind of a racing deal there. But great stuff for both of these guys. So we are going to see how it works out with DK in the lead position here. You can see that S15 is definitely ready to rock, but Malte is going to be, now is the time that he starts the run. See, now is when he wants to go early. We'll see what these guys have got for us here. See if there's any more little racing contact. We'll see what they got. There we get a good start from them both. And as always, you know Malte is going to be on every bit of that door. But DK doing a great job to stay off of him here. Oh, he had to get on the brakes a little bit. Malte stays off of him. No contact made there. He gets up into the front of him just a touch. It does not affect DK's line any. What a perfect, you can't throw a more perfect lead. than what DK brought to you right there. Shoo-hoo! That is a show right there, man. You watch these guys all day long. All right, so we're going to let this replay keep on rolling here. So let's take a look and see in the roundabout. There was definitely some slowing up and speeding up and kind of the same as last time. So we're definitely going to call it even there. No penalties applied at all. I think everybody would agree with that. But you can see how well Malte is able to stay right there. Right hot in the trails of DK. Not always matching the angle, but then here you see him getting all the way a little bit more and getting all the way in. But look at DK just tracing that outside. Man, that is... Whew. And keep in mind, this is, of course, a vote between both runs. Unfortunately, currently don't have the technology to be able to show you the lead and chase of each driver side by side. We'd like to have that available to us in the future. The vote is coming down to it here, and it looks like everybody wants to see that Mustang power move on into the next round, but it's just the same as every vote we've had so far, man. Both drivers done such an incredible job. I mean, this is some of the closest competition we have had in slide style, I think, from the very beginning of the season. Just an awesome showing from all these drivers. DK's lead run there was just a thing of beauty. What a great show from both of these guys. But Malte is the chase master, man. He is always on it. And our viewers at home love to see it. Speaking of love to see it, 3-time slide style event winner Wayne, always on people's doors, always handling this car with the ultimate precision. And he is lined up side by side with our boy Santaku here, and he's got that car control on point, and he has got that Corvette hooked all the way up. So these guys are getting ready to launch off here, and we will see who is moving forward into the Eliminator round for between this pairing, Wayne and Santaku. So Santaku's going to roll forward first here. Wayne says, I'm ready. Santaku says, let's do it. Wayne takes over that spot. Santaku looked like he shifted gears there, and you can't give Wayne that opportunity. He's gone, but look, Santaku gets all the way back to his door, making up the time. That Corvette is able to put it down and catch back up, but through the roundabout, Wayne is able to run away from him a little bit, but you can see the speed, and Santaku gets all the way back to his door by the end of the run here. Whew. Tonight is the night, man. This is the one, boys. Thoroughly enjoying every bit of this here. But how awesome on Santaku there for being able to make up ground lost right at the beginning of that run. As we'll watch through this replay one more time here before these guys make their next run. You can see here, Wayne was a little bit late on the start, but that's why we do the starts the way they do, because Santaku just kept rolling forward and is able to make up that ground with all of that speed. Great stuff from him there, and you'll see he knows he's got catching up to do, cuts it to the inside, stays hard in the throttle, keeps the angle, and gets back to Wayne's door there right by the end of it. Great stuff here As we flip lead and chase, we are back to the starting line here, and you see Santaku now in the lead position. And we will see how he handles all of that speed. You know Wayne's going to be able to keep up with him, so does he hold a line and take the show here to Wayne? So we'll see. They give each other the go-ahead. Race control says, go on and get her done. They take off. What a start here. And you see Wayne is as close as can be. He's able to drive up to the door there. Santaku kind of running away from him here, though. It's not often we see cars faster than what Wayne has available to him. And you can see Santaku all the way around the outside. But Wayne, as always, man, right on there. Ooh, little contact at the end. Santaku might have slowed up there. We might have to check the replay. See what we get on the replay on this one. Santaku cutting it in super close there, getting into the roundabout, but you see Wayne makes his way up to the door, but you can kind of see where Santaku's car was wiggling around a little bit there, back and forth. We're going to do the slow motion next time around to check that contact there at the end. See if we can catch any brake lights there, but I think Santaku may have checked up to try to keep the car from spinning around. Now you could see both drivers sawing that wheel back and forth, trying to match each other's angle here. Now let's see if we can. I saw, yep, brake lights there from Santaku, but it was right at the end of the line. It didn't affect anything going on with either of those drivers, so we're not going to worry about a penalty here. We will let the votes fall where they may. Coming right as the drivers cross the finish there. And on that note, we have not really discussed, I forgot to mention this at the top of the broadcast, but we do not have a finish line in slide style. The finish is actually right here. When both drivers complete their final drift and are able to get their car, out of the slide, back under four wheels grip situation, that is the end of the final drift. So technically there was contact before the end of the run. We're not going to call it here because it's no big deal. And Wayne does come away with the victory here. But that is how we finish a line in slide style. The line is, the run is complete when both cars are under four-wheel grip control after the last drift. So one more time as we watch the replay, it would be right there. When both cars settle out, that's the end of the run. But Wayne taking the victory, moving on to the eliminator round. Coming at you next, we have got Cruz and Theory, two very consistent drivers here. Very, very excited to see what these guys have got to show for us. With Theory being in the lead position here, great qualifying runs from both of these drivers as well. Very excited to see the lead from both of these guys. So Cruz is going to be in control of the start here after the race director gives him the go-ahead. Another great start, but Theory bringing that speed. Cruz knows he's got to cut to the inside to get back to the door. And he does it. He makes sure he gets back up there. Stays right with Theory. Trying to maintain the angle, does a great job. Now he's got to get back to him here in the roundabout, but Theory's 86, man. Thing is a rocket ship. It is hard to keep up with that speed. We'll watch as they complete that last turn. We'll watch that one back one more time. I was trying to keep an eye on what it was that... It looks like the wheel spin got to Cruz's ride there right at the beginning, but he was able to try to make up that ground. But you can see, man, Theory's car is just... Like I always call him Mr. Consistency, man, and you can just... He could put that car on a penny. You could just drop a penny on the road and he could hit it and just stop on it at any time. It's just... He is a freaking unreal driver, man, and Cruz has got his work cut out for him, chasing him there. But now, Cruz is in control. He's going to be in the lead position. So we are going to see how it works out for him here, because if his car is a little bit slower, now it's on Theory as to can he maintain angle and stay behind Cruz, not contact him, and still be able to put down a compelling chase run. So that's where it gets a little interesting with competition tandem drifting. This is what it's all about, is where you have a driver where you see Theory just threw down a great lead line and Cruz did everything he could to keep with him, but Theory was just on it. But now the question is, can he maintain that composure in the chase position behind Cruz? So we will see if it comes to pass, as this is group 5 of our first breakout round. Theory rolls forward, Cruz jumps in it. Yeah, you can see a lot of wheel spin there early on from that Mustang, but you can see him getting a lot of angle out of it, and Theory is definitely on the brake, staying behind him there, gets up to the door. No contact made so far, except for me making contact with the roof of yet another building. I'm going to get all kinds of fines from the city of St. Petersburg here. But Theory just doing a top-notch job today. But Cruz with the lead line, though. I can't wait to see the replay of this. What a lead that Cruz brought to us here on their second run. I've destroyed 3 drones and scratched up 3 historical buildings here in the center of St. Petersburg. I mean, it's really down to the chase runs, because I honestly think that the lead run from both drivers was, I mean, top notch from both of these guys for sure. But the vote is up now in the chat. Definitely be sure to let these guys know who you want to see move on to the eliminator round of competition this evening. SLIDESTYLE round 8 here in St. Petersburg. If you don't see the vote in the chat, try refreshing your browser, make sure it's there. As we watch this awesome second run from these guys, definitely going to be looking at trying to show both run replays in the future while voting. It's unfortunate we are currently unable to do that, but hopefully we will be able to knock that out. All right, well, the time is coming down to it here. Be sure to get your votes in. Last few seconds. Who do you want to see move on to the eliminator round? We've already have PWX with his great first showing in SLIDESTYLE. He's going to be facing off against Nose, Malte, and Wayne. You guys already know. That's the pairing right there. Well, they're going to be facing off here in the next round. And then it looks like Theory is going to be the one moving on. But a great, great job from Cruz there. Both of these guys putting on a hell of a show. Thanks again to all of these drivers doing such great work, practicing for weeks, getting these cars ready to go. And we see Akuza and Prim here. I mean, every run that we've seen so far, all 5 groups have been incredible, and we are going to finish out with a bang here with Akuza and Prim. This is going to be a showdown for sure to round out the breakout round, and we will get this show on the road, moving closer to a final champion for this event. They let each other know they're ready. Prim rolls forward. Ebisu takes over the top spot. So much speed there. Prim makes sure he's on his door. A little contact made there. A little more contact. Prim flashed his light and said, hey, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, bud. Did not seem to affect Ebisu's line at all. He's able to get right back to the door, man. Ebisu almost perfectly mimicking his qualifying run there. As we watch that one more time here, like I said, just incredible from Ebisu, perfectly matching his qualifying run there. Now, Prim was doing everything he could to stick with him, and he knew he needed to bring the speed to get to the door of Ebisu, and he quite literally did that. We'll watch the replay one more time before we switch back to their next run. I'll get a little slow motion in here so we can see exactly what went down. But quite the launch out of Ebisu. Takes off using that V10 power. And they cross the tracks here. And you can see just how much momentum. And he gets on the brakes. You can see the wheels lock up there. He tried to slow it down. And then actually taps the bumper on the transition there a little bit. He's trying his hardest to get back to him. But I mean, that is about a perfect lean line as you can get. Prim did everything he could there to hold on to it. As we come back around, we see Prim now going to be in the lead position, so we will see Ebisu has thrown down the perfect qualifying line, the perfect lead line. Now, how does he handle chasing Prim here, who we know is a great lead driver? Great start for both of these guys. Ebisu right in the door there. And Prim is pulling out the speed here, running away from Ebisu a little bit. Who does get back to him here. Will he be able to match the angle around the roundabout? It looks like he takes a little bit of an inside line to stay close. Now, how will he make the transition here? Prim running away a little bit here at the end of this line. Ooh, that's going to be a close one. Still a great showing of, so he gives a little bumper tap there at the end to say good stuff. But the vote is on its way to you now. The final driver to move forward into the eliminator round. We'll see who is going to face off against Theory. I mean, Prim definitely brought it with that, with the lead line there. Like I said, we knew he was a great lead driver, but a little difficult there. Like we said, there was a lot of contact on his chase run. Now, we weren't going to mark up a penalty for it because it didn't seem to affect Ebisu's run at all. But you can see here, Ebisu did an awesome job trying to keep up and match the speed of Prim. A little bit different angle there on that last transition. But you can see he was able to carry that V10 speed and get back up to him here. Right at the end of that line. Less than a minute left for this final vote here. But it is going to be a close one down to the wire. Last few seconds. Be sure to get your vote in. Great stuff from both of these drivers, man. It is going to come down to the last second. What's it going to be? And it is going to be Prim moving forward, like we said. A tie causes the lower seed driver to move on, and that's about, I mean, it was a close run there. I mean, what a showing from Ebisu all the way through. all the way out. Great stuff from both drivers. But you can see here, we take in the sights, St. Petersburg. The next pairings as we move forward in the event, they are getting lined up now, with PWX going to be facing off against Nose. Maltang and Wayne, the infamous duo there, is going to be facing off here in the eliminator round, which means one of those drivers will be up for redemption. And Theory and Prim will be facing off in the third group, the last group of the eliminator round. So up first is going to be PWX and Nose. As we look at them sitting on the starting line here. Two beautiful machines here. I feel bad for my good buddy Akuza, man. I'm excited for Prim because I love the dude. He's a great guy. But man, Akuza he brought it and threw down and was top spot in qualifying for the longest time. Great stuff there. But it's like we said, that's why we set up the ties like that. Akuza is going to carry a ton of championship points out from his qualifying run. But to balance that out, we set it up so that the lower seed driver does win in a tying situation to put a little bit of extra weight on those higher seeded drivers, give the underdog a little bit of an advantage. So unfortunate that it worked out the way it did, but that is slide style for you. And we are moving on. We are in the eliminator round now for sure. We got PWX, we got Nose. Nose is going to be controlling the start here of this run. And as we wait for these guys to launch off here, they let each other know they're good to go. Nose rolls forward. PWX jumps in the throttle. Kicks out a very aggressive initiation there. Look at the angle. This dude came to bring it today. Got the almost a reverse, it felt like, going into that first turn. Great stuff. But look at Nose. I mean, absolutely maintaining the chase, staying like, look how close on the bumper there. And wow. I'm speechless. That was. Watch that. Watch that right here. That's one of the best tandem runs we have ever seen here on the line at St. Petersburg. We're going to watch that replay one more time, talk about it a little bit before we move on to see their next run. But about a perfect a start as you can have as a slide style event. Aggressive throw into that first turn there from PWX. But, I mean, Nose just matched him all the way through. And so much angle from PWX's car. It's hard to keep up with that, but Nose made sure he had the proximity. He was right there. Almost, I mean, right up on the door. Perfect transition there. You could see where he knew he was going to make contact, tapped the brakes a little bit to make sure he didn't touch him. I mean, it's just perfect drift tandem driving from both of these guys right here. I'm so excited to see this second run. Nose is going to be in the lead, which means PWX is in control of the start. I can't wait for this one, man. Let's see what these guys have got. They let each other know they're ready to go. PWX rolls forward. It's another perfect start from these two. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say about that. That's perfect. That's perfect drifting. That is unreal, dude. Freaking unreal. The vote is coming at you in the chat. I don't know how the hell y'all are gonna vote on this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what a show from PWX and Nose. That was unreal. So awesome from these guys, man. You can see their transitions are unbelievable. Nose holding the angle perfectly. PWX knowing, he's like, I'm going to get up there. I'm going to get up there. Kept pushing up to him. Perfect transitions. The vote, I mean, you guys gotta, I know it's tough. It's such a tough call on the vote. I wish we could go back and watch the replay of the first run as well. Just unbelievable stuff from both of these guys, man. But get your votes in the chat, man. If you've been just kind of lurking, sitting back, watching, if you hear my voice, man, jump over on your computer real quick and show some love to one. Honestly, flip a coin. If you can't choose, flip a coin, because both of these guys absolutely deserve every bit of moving on to the next round. But come show some love if you hear me right here. The vote's coming down to the last. I'm just sitting here watching this replay, man. I can't. That was. I'm so stoked. And I just remembered that when I trigger the vote, it is supposed to call a. It's supposed to make a clip on Twitch automatically of the last run. So I'm definitely going to be going back and looking at that one 100%. But it looks like just edging out by a little bit is going to be Nose, but no need to fear. PWX is going to be available for the redemption vote coming up here soon. I almost want to watch it one more time. These guys are just, whew. So, here's the better part. Not only did we just see some of the best drifting I've ever seen in a slide style event ever, we come back to our live drone cam, and you just happen to be looking at the two best slide style drivers there are. Wayne and Malte are lined up side by side. These two guys are great buddies. They practice together all the time. They are very obviously known as some of the best that slide style has to offer. So I hate that they have to follow PWX and Nose's run there, but if anybody can follow a run like that, it's these guys. And then hell, in Group 3, we've got Theory and Prem. Man, this is just, tonight is the night, man. I'm having so much fun. I'm hoping everybody at home is having as much fun as I am watching these guys. But Wayne and Malte, these boys are about to throw it down for sure. I cannot wait to see it. You know, we've been watching them in practice all month long. And let's see what if they bring out a little extra spice to throw on the event here. And I ain't giving out no penalties for this right here. They are going to be grinding all up on each other's cars. I am certain about that. Look, Wayne all the way up to the front. But look at how good they both are, as that doesn't stop either of them. Just they're ridiculous. Look at that, tapping the wall, tapping each other. Like I said, I ain't giving out no penalties for these two. They're going to handle it themselves. Whatever it is. There was run number one coming at you in the replay. Oh boy. That's NASCAR drifting right there, baby. Rubbins racing. These guys, you see Wayne overcooked it into that corner a little bit there, and Maltese was like, I don't care, bounce off the front of my car. We'll keep it rolling. Because you know he's going to do the same thing right back to him on this next run that these guys have, man. But look at how you can't get any closer. These two guys are literally attached to each other, like all the way around the track. Now that right there is not as pretty as PWX and Nose, but that right there, oh, just the aggression. And these two, they know each other and trust each other so well, are able to throw down a run like that. And look how well they both work together to get through. And then you could see a little friendly, you could see, yep, Wayne counter steering to the right a little bit to grind his front bumper right in the door of Malte. Oh, man. Let's see what these guys have got on their next run. We've got Wayne in the lead position now. Malte is going to control the start. He rolls forward. Wayne takes over. You know you're going to see more of the same coming right at you here. So close on the transitions. Oh, no! Malte too far out, hits the pole, spins Wayne around, but Wayne keeps rolling, keeps it moving, finishes the run out. Oh, no! What a way to end it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Now, I did say earlier that we weren't handing out no penalties or whatever, but now let's just make sure that he wasn't somehow forcing, no, not in the, yeah, he just, so much speed carried, so much momentum, just overdrove that one just a touch and got into the pole there. So we are going to have to dole out the penalty to Malte for his run. But like I said, no need to fear. We have redemption coming your way, so Malte will be available for that redemption vote. I might not even have to apply the penalty here. It looks like you guys at home are applying the penalty for me. Malte, I love you, buddy. That was awesome. I love watching y'all's run. That was... Oh, man. And look at Wayne held on, spun the thing around, and just, he didn't even think about it, man. Just jumped right back in the throttle. Finish that line out. We got about a minute left on the vote, but I think we can pretty much already assume where this one's gonna go. We'll watch it one more time, but we'll go on and move on to our next pairing because I think we already know where the vote's going here. But what a collision there. Things flying into the city street, man. We've scratched up old buildings. We've taken out a light pole. SLIDESTYLE came to town and just destroyed the place, man. But we will let that vote finish out in the chat before we start our next run out. Great stuff there. Definitely fun to watch. But as you can see, Wayne coming away with the victory. As we said, Malte will be available in that redemption vote coming up just here in a little while. But we are looking at Theory and Prim, our last pairing here before we go to redemption. And we have had two showdowns all ready for you that have been so awesome. And now we've got Theory and Prim. Cannot wait to see what these guys have got for us here. All right, Prim rolls forward. They let each other know they're good to go. Great start there from both those guys. Prim had to get on the brakes a little bit. He cut in on the quick transition too early. Ooh, he gets into the side of Theory there. And that one is probably going to have to be another cause for a penalty because he got way in there on that one. But Theory, Mr. Consistency as always, it's like nothing happened. Crazy. It's like absolutely nothing happened. So we call up our replay here. Yep, he just ran that thing in there way too hard. And I mean, he would have, if it was a solo run, he may have hit the wall on the inside of the roundabout there too. I think he was just trying to make sure he had the speed to stick with Theory because you know he's got a fast car. You can see even there at the end, it just over-rotated. I think there's a little bit of a mismatch between the two cars here as far as just the speed goes because Prim always carries so much angle But in order for him to get that speed, you can see he has to cut in early on the corners because that car is set up for maximum angle. You can see what happened there. But like I said, Theory just, it doesn't faze him at all. They move right on through. So we head back over here as we take a look. Prim's going to be on the lead this time. And just like we talked about earlier with Theory, is he going to be able to hold a line like that behind Prim here? So we will see how this goes. He did a great job in the previous round of doing the exact same thing. So we'll see if Mr. Consistency is just as consistent this time. As I fly back into a building again. They're going to kick us out of town, man. You can see now there's all that angle I was talking about with Prim, but that angle comes with a cost. It slows him down. You can see he has to take the inside route, trying as hard as he could here, and as always, Theory just keeps on trucking, stays right there with him. Yeah, that's basically what it is there. Prim holding out so much angle with that car, but just don't think it was meant to be on this one. We are going to have to drop that contact penalty in there. I'm getting a contact penalty for flying into buildings and stuff as well, but we got to drop that in for the little bit of overrun there. And I see it now, his front wheels, his front tires got up on the curb when he was making his transition, and that almost spun the car around. Prim actually did an awesome job holding on to that vehicle. We're going to come on back around. We'll get the slow motion on it this time as we watch through. Why don't we slow motion me destroying yet another drone? We're up to 4 now, I think. But we'll go slow-mo from here. You saw where the car, it wants to slow up there, so he goes to transition here, and he gets to that curb. Well, he actually didn't quite make it to the curb. The car just kind of over-rotated on him there a little bit, it looks like. And Theory minimizing contact. But that is going to do it for our vote here. So that is going to be Theory moving on. So we're going to get a vote in the chat headed your way here in just a moment. For the 3 drivers that did not move forward, so that's going to be PWX, Malte, and Prim. Those 3 drivers. The vote will be in the chat. So pick the #1 driver that you want to see have another chance, and the top 2 voted drivers will move into that redemption spot. But we are rocking that vote now. PWX, Malte, and Prim. Of course, in the future, since you guys always know, I'm working on all kinds of graphic stuff for these events all the time. And I don't think I'm ignoring the chat. I actually do keep an eye on the chat all throughout this event, and I appreciate everyone's love and support throughout the entire event. But I'm just kind of, keep my head focused. I'm staying on task with my job. But I love all of the support from everyone watching and enjoying what we're all about. I appreciate you guys. And I'm definitely working hard to try to make these events the best they can be. And I have so much fun playing with the graphics. Y'all know, and if anybody knows me well, they know that as I have so much fun just constantly messing with that stuff. But we will be, our next event, I'm looking towards making specific graphics now for this vote right now, the Second Chance Redemption vote. So there will be on-screen graphics for that. I'm obviously going to change up the way we handle replays when there's not a vote going on, because I didn't quite think about that part when I first did it. So I'll make sure that that's covered. So by the time we get to our World Finals in October, I think we're going to be pretty shored up on everything as far as that stuff goes. So very excited to bring you guys these productions. But the vote is coming down to it. Last second here. Who's it going to be? It looks like PWX and Malte are going to be our redemption drivers. We are dropping them in now. And that means PWX is going, he got the most votes, so he will lead first. These guys line up, and we will get our system updated to show those two drivers in the redemption positions. All right, we have got them loaded in here. We have got them on screen. And we are looking at them. PWX and Malte are redemption drivers for this evening. So they will run as usual, just as if they were group number 4 in the eliminator round. And we will vote as usual to see who moves on to the contender round, the semifinals. Get one step closer to being SlideStyle's Round 8 champion and lock up their place in the World Finals in October at the famous and legendary Ebisu circuit. But that is something right here. We got both of these Mustang drivers. Look at the fun haver machines as they launch off here. And let's see what we get. PWX on the lead, Malte on the chase. You know it's going to be close driving for both of these guys. And look at how close Malte is on these transitions. All the way up on the door, all the way up to the front tire, touching bumpers, paper thin transitions all the way through. What? That's the, what do you even do with that, man? What? Come on, son. Man, if I was with you guys watching at home on the couch, had this on the TV, I'd be jumping up and down and shit in the living room right now. Pardon my French. Good grief. These guys are ridiculous. That is SlideStyle, baby. That is SlideStyle right there. Take a picture, take a video. What you just watched right there, that is SlideStyle drifting. That's what we bring to you. That's what we're going to bring all day, every day. We have the best drifting drivers in the world right here in SlideStyle. Where else can you find that? Tell me. Somebody tell me. Where else are you going to find that right there? That's one of the benefits of virtual drifting right here, is that these guys can run paper thin margins like that without any worry about, I mean, personal injury, of course, but, you know, tearing their equipment up or anything like that. Like, they can run on the absolute edge at all times, always. Such great stuff from these guys. Cannot wait to see. We got Malte on the lead here. As these guys take off for their next run. And PWX knows, oh, little contact there from PWX on the transition. We'll have to watch to see if Malte slowed down any, but he was going for those paper thin margins just as well on his run. Oh, so good. All the way through. They make up for it in the end. I don't know how y'all will go vote for this one right here. I'm having way too much fun watching this. These guys are so awesome. But get your vote in. Let us know who you think. And we're going to go back and look at that contact one more time. Yeah, Malte wasn't slowing up there. PWX just carried a little bit too much speed. He was trying to get super close on those transitions there. Was unable to get it done. But what great stuff from both of these guys, man. And you could see how he got one of those paper-thin transitions there right at the finish. But, I mean, such awesome stuff from both of these guys. Man, this has just been so much fun, dude. The vote is coming to a close, though. These guys are loving what the new driver PWX is bringing to the table, and as you can see, he absolutely fits in 100% of the way. But it does look like by one vote, Malte is coming away, moving on, and he will be the last driver in the contender round. Great stuff from all the drivers so far in this event. As we see our two groups here in the contender round, Nose and Wayne, Theory and Malte. This is coming down to it here. And of course, some familiar names, some previous winners. But the cream, as always, will rise to the top. And that it has here. As Nose and Wayne are getting lined up and ready to go for their run. Looks like they are all set up here. As we come down and take a look at these two beautiful machines here. But Nose is going to be the lead car, which means Wayne is in control of the start here. We are rocking it in the contender round. We are going to see who is moving on to the finals and who is going to be closest to having a shot at locking themselves into the World Finals in October, or who is going to add another win to the column. Let's find out as these guys get ready to rip it down one more time here. St. Petersburg. Look at how well Nose is maintaining his lead run here. Wayne actually trying to keep up with the angle. And you can see here his car is actually not doing it. He's fighting it. He's trying to get it there. But he cannot maintain the angle that Nose can at the speed that Nose is running. What great work from these guys. As we get the replay in here. What a lead from Nose there, Wayne. I mean, as always, right on the door, as close as he can be, but you can see how much angle Nose was able to maintain all throughout the run and did not crack under the pressure of Wayne right on his door. And that is tough to do, man. But absolutely rocking out. We'll watch it one more time here before we go back to view their next run. You can see I've actually broken a hole in the side of that building now. I've hit it so many times. So I can just cleanly fly in and out of it. But as great of a lead run as you can get, and Wayne is always as close as possible right up to that door. But like I said, not matching the angle of nose here, which is surprising to see. So we'll come around on the flip side here as we have Wayne in the lead position. So nose is going to control the start, and we will see if that is a trend moving forward, if nose will be able to maintain Wayne's angle, because I think they both have the speed for sure. A great launch here from both drivers. And you can see all that angle from nose, but that means he loses out on some speed, and he's able to make up for that. He recognizes that, cuts in early. Wayne gets into the back of him a little bit there. He kind of undercut him into the corner. Is he going to be able to catch back up here? We're going to need to go back and see if Wayne slowed down any, or if that was because we see a lot of drivers are kind of overdoing it on the way into the roundabout. So the vote is coming at you, but let's take a look here and see if we don't notice anything. Headed in here. No, I think he just misjudged the angle there just a touch on the way in. But being able to maintain the speed is tough to do behind a car as fast as Wayne's. Yep, you can see he gets on the brakes, he downshifted there, but the car just kept sliding forward. Right in front of Wayne on the way through there. Unfortunate cause there, because Nose's lead run, he had Wayne's work cut out for him here, but that's how it worked out here on their second run. So I don't know, what do you guys at home think? Y'all want to see Nose move on to the finals and see if he's got what it takes to go up against either Theory or Malte, or is it going to be Wayne fighting over his fourth slide style victory? So close there for Nose. I think we'll get one more look at it here before we change back over. The votes coming down. Get your last second votes in there. Let them know what you think. So close there, but Wayne comes away with the victory. He will move on to the showdown round. He will move on to the finals, but Nose absolutely brought it through and through all the way. And we are looking at the last two drivers before the finals. Two former winners, and it's down to them and a three-time winner in Wayne to be in the finals. So we're going to see another multiple-time winner here. Is Malte going to be able to tie up Wayne's 3 wins? Theory going to be able to join the party with 2 victories? Or is Wayne just going to walk away from him with 4 heading into the World Finals in October? We will find out right now, because we've got Theory, we've got Malte. They are lined up, ready to rock and roll. They flash the lights. Malte rolls up, says, let's do it. Theory says, I got you, and he rockets off out of there. So close on that light pole is Theory there. Malte manages to not make the mistake as some other drivers of overdoing on the way into the roundabout. But Theory, as always, Mr. Consistency, no change in the steering at all. Malte gets into the rear bumper there just a little bit. Does not upset Theory's car too much. As we will get to look in on the replay. You can see Theory ran away from there a little bit early, so Malte knew he needed to bring the speed, and he definitely did that. They avoided contact here. Let's see what happened on the way out of the roundabout. Like I said, just holding the steering rock steady. That car is just so well. But yeah, it's looked like Malte didn't get on the brakes as soon as he'd like to there to make that quick transition back behind Theory. We'll watch it one more time before we take a look at their next run here. So close in that light pole. It's incredible how much control these guys have. And he's able to get right back to him there, but it's just so close, and he goes to get on the brakes. You see him back off, but just not enough there to get behind him. As we look at these two drivers, Malte is going to be on the lead this time, and we're going to find out after this run who are our two finalists for Slide Style Round 8 here in St. Petersburg. Theory with the great start. Malte takes off. Perfect initiation into the first drift from both drivers. Close to that light pole again. Oh, you can see Malte hard on the brakes there. Theory gets up in the side of him. We'll definitely take another look at that here in a moment. You see Theory all the way back to the door. Malte running away a little bit. A good transition there. Theory trying to catch back up, and he does right back to the door on the way through the final drift. And they both almost clipped that pole. Shoo! So the replay is coming at you. So let's see what happens on early on there. So close to this light pole here. Now they switch over, and you see the brake lights heavy for Malte up. He was carrying too much speed. He knew he was going to get into the middle of that roundabout there, and he checked up hard. In Theory kind of got into him there. I think we're going to have to call that I'm not going to, because it really didn't seem to affect either of their runs that much. I don't know if I can call a penalty there. I think that's going to really reflect in you guys' votes, but it's definitely not enough to call a penalty. Such great driving from both of these guys, man. Like I said earlier, this right here, this is slide style. This is what it's all about. These guys competing hard, going for every little possible advantage they can get to show that they're the better driver of the pair. Get your votes in. Let these guys know what you think. And who's going to be in the finals? Is Theory going to have a chance to become a two-time winner, or is Malte going to take his chance at being a three-time winner? Or are we going to see Wayne take it all and be four-time slide style champion? The votes coming down here at the last second. And short of a miracle, it's looking like Theory is going to be taking this one to the finals. And we're going to have a Mustang facing a Yaris. An interesting final it will be, but there it is. Theory will be rolling up. You see his number turn green. And they are going to be your finalists this evening. You see them right here. Your finalists, Wayne and Theory. Beautiful machines right here. We'll take a quick look before we finish out the runs of the night. Wayne in this black and white Yaris here. It is so deceptively fast for how small this little car is. And then, of course, Theory with this absolutely beautiful blue and silver and black 86. These are some mean drifting cars. And I said a Mustang earlier. I got a little excited. I was looking at Malte's car. I meant the 86 and the Yaris in the final. Talking about two Toyotas, I got a little jumpy there. I was looking at the Mustang, so I said Mustang. Maybe I was afraid I'd get run over. Ha! There you go. Got our Mustang joke in for the night. Anyway, Theory and Wayne ready to go here. We're going to find out who is going to be the winner of round 8 right here, Slide Style in St. Petersburg. Let's see what these guys have got ready to throw it down. 2 of the top drivers in Slide Style. That's why their names are gold. They've got the one in the win column already. Perfect launch here. Let's see what these guys have got for us. You already know Wayne's coming with the speed, but Theory's not letting him get away with it that easy. So much angle from both guys. Wayne holding that thing out for quite a while. Theory is still able to stay with him here, though. And now Wayne starts to run away. You can see, oh, but look at that. Theory gets right back to him by the time they get to the last corner, and he is right on the door. Man, what a launch from both of these guys. And Wayne, you know he's so fast, and Theory's able to stay with him all the way through. Little tap on the bumper there. That may have even been network lag. They were so close to each other. Didn't seem to affect either run. And you can see it looked like Wayne started to run away, but then suddenly, shot out of a cannon. Theory is right back up to him, right on his door as they finish the line out. We'll take one more look before we get to our final run of the evening to find out who our champion is going to be. Little drone has run into so many roofs and buildings and hit windows, and it's struggling to keep up with how fast these cars are. Just look at the angle, tracing each other's tire tracks all the way through. I can't believe how much Theory was able to make up ground right there at the end. But as we come back, we now see Theory is sitting in the lead position. Wayne's going to be on the chase. That means he controls the start. This is it. This is the run for the ages right here. These 2 guys are going to make this run, and we're going to find out who's going to be round 8's champion for Slide Style in 2022. Mr. Consistency, Theory throwing out yet another perfect run. But Wayne is not going to let him get away with it that easy. Jumps in the throttle right up to Theory's door. Gives him a little love tap, but Theory not phased at all under pressure. The perfect angle all the way out. The smoothest run you could see, man. And Wayne and Theory throwing it down. That's what it's all about. That was a finals run for you right there. There's something else I can fix. Who moves on to the champion round? It should say who is round 8 champion. It's something I can work on. But either way, get your vote in now. It's going to be a tough one. It's a tough call. I don't know what everybody at home is going to think. But what a showdown there from these guys. But it's going to be close on the vote as you're watching the replay here. And you can see Theory's lead. I mean, it's like I said, I always call him Mr. Consistency. You can see he even gets thumped on the door there by Wayne. And still just maintains perfect composure all the way through. And Wayne brought it back there right at the end. He got all the way back up to the door. But I mean, just every single run, and you're supposed to vote the runs based on just this run, but Theory's entire night was just, every run he made was almost identical. He's so good, and even if somebody were to get into his door, run into him a little bit, whatever it may be, he's still able to get right back on track and finish out just the same way. But then Wayne, as always, so aggressive, always up there right beside the other driver, never letting them think for a second that they're getting away. Last couple seconds on the vote here. Get them in. Don't hold them out. Don't make it a nail biter. Who's the vote going to be? Who you think's going to be the winner for round 8 of Slide Style here in St. Petersburg in 2022. The vote comes down, and it is going to be the 4-time Slide Style champion is going to be Wayne. You see both drivers right here sitting side by side, but it is going to be the driver on the right, that black Yaris machine right there. It is going to be Wayne. He is your round 8 champion right there. What a great job from everyone involved all night long. Just everybody in the whole event. Well, you see a little where are we going? What are we doing here? Hey, my drone was over here doing, I was getting ready to do something. Where are these guys going? And these guys taking off on a little victory lap here. But Slide Style 2022 round 8, your event champion is going to be Wayne. You see these guys tearing it up. Like I said, we've already terrorized the town here in St. Petersburg, but you can see them having a little fun. But Wayne is your 4-time event champion. Thanks so much to everyone involved in our event tonight. Everyone that makes this possible. Rapid Fire Charlie, she is our race director, race control. She makes sure that everything goes as smooth as it possibly can in these events. Here we go. We have our winner here. He's throwing my drone for a loop here. I can't keep up with it. All right, we have our winner here, Wayne. These guys can't make up their mind about where they're going to park. Oh, boy. But Rapid Fire Charlie, she is our race director, and she makes all of this possible. She is able to keep these guys lined up, get guys in and out of the server, and it's all seamless. Those of you at home, you never see any of it. It's just so perfect how it gets done. These drivers do such a great job. They practice for the event for weeks. They build on these cars. They tune everything up. They do their best to make it happen. Of course, we've got Akuza and Jay and DK. But man, what an event. That was such a fun night. As we look at these cars right here, man, just a beautiful job from everybody. And I want to thank everybody at home. You guys' votes, none of this would be possible at all if it wasn't for everyone voting and letting these drivers know who's your favorites. It's such a fun event. Technical difficulties earlier on in the week led to us making some changes to how we run these events, and I am quite happy with how things worked out. And we've got a little bit of work going forward for next month's event, but that's going to be on West Coast, which is basically CarX's version of Irwindale. So we'll get a little bit of FD style fun going on in there. Exclamation point Slide Style in the chat will give you all the information you need to know, the schedule and everything, the rules, the line for that event, everything will be updated there in the official Slide Style Discord. Exclamation point Slide Style in the chat again on Twitch, and that's always going to be right here. Friday nights are Slide Style nights. We hang out in CarX. We have open practice servers. Anybody that has the game wants to come join in and hang out with these drivers and see if you want to sign up and be a part of a Slide Style event. Friday nights right here, Alex on your screen, that is the place to go. And we have fun all throughout the week, streaming all kinds of different games and things as well. So I appreciate everyone for joining in with us tonight. Thanks again to all the drivers and Charlie for putting on such a great event for us. I have been Alex, and I haven't been on your screen, but I've been in your ears, and it's been a super, super, super fun night. So thank you, everybody. Everybody have a wonderful and safe weekend. Wayne is the 4-time champion. He is your 2022 Round 8 Slide Style event champion here at St. Petersburg. And from everyone here at Slide Style, everyone be safe, have a great weekend, and we'll see you all next month.